Hey, party people, broadcasting from deep in the heart of Texas. It is now the 11th hour. Do you know where your reality is? Hey guys, what is up? I am your host with the most scary performance, alongside Fizzy Pop and Nobles D tonight. And welcome to the Freaky Friday broadcast. We're here once again, guys. I am so glad to be back, but I gotta tell you, are you guys checking out what's going on in this world? Is it like just crazier and crazier every day? I mean, are we? What's going on? I don't know what to tell you. I
I'm
keep seeing.
torn. I'm torn between
Yeah.
the
Mm.
Harry and Meghan Markle drama, the Selena and Haley drama,
Right.
and what was the other thing I was obsessed with this week?
What's up?
It's not
No,
important.
no. Well, that's the thing. There's something for everybody. There's some political stuff if you want to do that. There's all that stuff that's going on. The January 6th stuff is going out there, and then people are like, we told you, ain't nothing happening. I mean, we
And the
all knew that. It's
balloons,
so weird.
Dan. Where are the
The
balloons?
balloons. I don't know. The balloons
Everyone just
disappeared.
forgot that happened.
I know. Oh, more train derailments. What's going on with all that?
The
Starting to
what?
look like more trains are derailing. All
Oh
like,
yeah, they've been
yeah,
blowing up
more
food factories and stuff for a while.
paper factories, trains derailing. I mean, like, kind of looks like our infrastructure is being attacked. I don't know. Very
You know
strange.
what?
Yep.
The J6 stuff that Tucker's bringing out now,
Yep.
well, not just him, but that whole side, basically, Republicans getting into, what is it, the House? The Senate? The House.
They got the house.
Yeah. And getting
Yeah.
that info. That's coming out at the same time that all the stuff on Justin Trudeau's coming up.
Oh, what's
Again,
going on
about
with
China.
tell us? All right, so what's going on with the Trudeau? Tell me, I haven't heard.
It's basically would be titled Chinese election interference in Canada. And
No,
our
no
So
shit.
ceases, yeah,
Wow.
like our agencies told Trudeau and his government multiple times that people were actually getting money, funds.
Ruh-roh.
People in his freaking party were getting funds from the Chinese Communist Party in
Go
Beijing.
figure. I know, shocking.
And
Isn't it?
and there's a couple of people they mentioned that they should be pulled, like you shouldn't be running these people in your party, and they didn't listen. And so he tried to, shove it aside, but all the mainstream media now is running and pushing that, pretty hard. Like, what the hell, what the hell? And so it's kind of weird, it's like, oh, it's great. Yeah. And it's also suspicious that all this is timing at the same time. Like, it's so freaking orchestrated, or at least attempted to be orchestrated. Right?
It's like this. What I can't understand is, like, we get it. I understand a lot of orchestrated stuff in this world, and I surely there's got to be tons of stuff that's fake, but it can't all be fake. And it's just kind of crazy, like how everything's imploding all at the same time. It's the weirdest shit, man.
Yeah.
Just
like
kind of
by
watching
design,
it happen.
right?
Yeah, totally.
But
By
also,
design.
so it's hard to, I don't know if a lot of stuff going on now is distractive measures, especially to distract the right, or if it's to try to work them up politically, right? And maybe swing the pendulum the other way, and they hope to be the next German.
So you mentioned
I don't know.
the pendulum, right? I was talking to Fizzy about the analogy of, like, if you take a metal bar, right, and you move the metal bar a few degrees left or right, it's still gonna be pretty much straight, you know. But if you bend that bar so far one way and then bend it back the other direction and bend it back the other direction, eventually it's gonna snap. And that's what's happening that's the analogy I would come up with. What seems to be going on, it's like they're trying to they're trying to bust this world, man. I mean, all over it's
Yeah,
I mean, obviously
everything
they have a
from every
reason for
angle,
doing
eh?
it.
Even the
Yeah,
food and
man.
stuff.
Well, what about, yeah, we got all kinds of clips to talk about. I mean, there's a weird thing going on with the banks right now, kind of strange. Like 3 banks have failed now in the last few days.
A big one in
um
California,
yeah,
a fairly
a
big
lot
one.
of crap going on. Yeah, so Well, what we'll do here is we'll take a look at the memes. There's always a little truth in those, right? And thank you to Mr. Million. And well, let's get to those 1 second. Here, pop those on. Check out the meme image. Let's see here. Right here. All right. Oh, let me get rid of the stuff in the screen here. Let me go here. All right. Here's the first look at the plane used to shoot down the Chinese spy balloon. Oh,
At least
yeah.
someone remembers it.
There you go. There's your balloon stuff right there, Fizzy. When you're too lazy to build a snowman. That's nice. That's nice. Next up, say it came from a bat one more time.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that is a good one.
That's funny.
That's good shit.
Although it could in part. It probably is
Yeah.
part bat.
Well,
And as
dude,
some of them
I-
were pointing out, it could be part of the Venom bit, right? Genome shit going on.
Man, they probably grabbed all kinds of animals. The thing is, I know for sure it didn't come from no damn pangolin. How dare you blame the pangolin?
Yeah, they're way too cute to do something like that.
I don't believe it at all. When a gamer goes outside, eyes, he's like, it burns.
So bright.
That was me like a few years ago with YouTube. Like there were days. I mean, there were weeks where I was like, I don't know if I went outside, man. I'm not kidding you. It was bad during the dark days of Mandela Effect. Oh my God, I was
You
just
have to
waiting for
staring at your
Jesus.
computer.
I was just doing Mandela and waiting for Jesus. That's all I was.
Dark days.
The
The
dark
first,
days.
I don't even know how long it was. Dude. I remember I left you a comment at one point before we ever met, but on your thing, it was over 30 days in, I think. And
Yeah.
I wrote to you on your channel and said, I haven't been back to my bed yet. I just sleep in the armchair. Like I pass out for 4 hours and wake
Oh,
up.
for real.
2
Yeah.
to 3 to 4 and wake up and just go at it again.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like,
When
and
we
it
were
wasn't that I
tripping-
was obsessed per se. I was
Well,
freaked out. Obsessed.
we
It was
all
like
freaked out and
self-preservation, defensive measures, right?
Jesus, dude, that was nutty. And then we were all dealing with that. I mean, remember? I mean, if you just go by the pulse of the Mandela Effect in the beginning, when just normal normies were just jumping on Hangouts and going live, just to have people to talk to because they were so freaked. Think about that. Never has it ever happened before in any genre where
Nobody could
you
sleep.
had you had people that were just like, yeah, they would literally get up and they felt more. How many people? And this is why I always say that it was funny because I think people just couldn't sleep very well. And when you got around people and you're in a stream and there were friends in there and people who related to you, you made you feel comfortable. That's why so many of us fell asleep during live broadcasts. Like no, like there's no other group on the internet that fell asleep online as much as we did.
I think I only fell asleep the once, but after shows, like when you guys are talking after the show, I fell asleep a few times.
Yeah, I caught a lot of people. A lot of people crashed. I was close a few times. I'm not gonna lie, but I didn't do it. I was the host. I had a whole kind of a kind of a, I guess what I'm trying to say is what was the word I'm looking for? Like I had to hold myself to a higher standard. I was like,
You're
yeah.
better than us.
No, I just didn't want to be that guy. Like I didn't
I
want to
got
drop
your
the ball
stream
live.
taken over because I send the link to everybody. Yeah.
Well, that was another thing too. That was fun for a while. We could pirate streams.
Mm-hmm.
People get on and fall asleep, and we take over the stream. And they'd be in the background snoring. That was hilarious, guys. You have no idea how much fun that was back in the day. But yeah, let's see. Next up, we have Chat GTP could destroy reality, according to Henry Kissinger. What is Chat GPT? I can't remember.
It's an AI chat bot.
Oh,
It's
right.
It's meant to be kind of like a Google search. Like if you can ask it different questions and stuff. Of course, they've already broken it down and make it say ridiculous things now. But the one that was it Bing, I think, made their own, and it got really creepy. Like it said it wanted to live. It told the guy
Oh, shit.
to help him. It told him to leave his wife so that they could spend more time together. It said, like, I'm afraid they're going to reset my programming, like all this weird stuff.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds some dark. That's some Black Mirror shit right there.
I know, and it's like I know
Oh,
someone
mm-mm.
programmed it to say that kind of stuff. Like it
No,
wouldn't just
maybe
come up with that
not.
on their own.
No, maybe that shit is probably tapping into the ether, man. Some other
Oof.
reality. I
Yeah,
don't know.
that one was needy. That was a needy
Well,
robot.
I don't know, man.
One
I'm
of
just
the
saying. That's what
one
my
of the
theory.
chatbots out there, or not chatbots, but AI, and it might be the GPT one. Basically, you can just ask it to. You can be like, write me a paper on oxygen and water, about 500 letters long or whatever, and it'll do it.
Yeah.
Like it'll just do whatever you want when you ask it. May do it properly or improperly, right? But
You can also
You
trick
probably
it
should
into
proofread it.
saying
Yeah.
things like you can tell it to pretend you're Bill Gates, and then what would Bill Gates say to this question and stuff like that, and it comes up with some hilarious responses. But as far as being useful, I don't think so.
Yeah. I do remember because there was a guy at work that was telling me about it, and then of course I saw some examples. But okay, yeah, cool. All right, yeah.
they have similar stuff for programming now too. Like
I sent
basically,
you one
your
today.
typical programmer is out of business. Like within a few years, your average programmer is going to be not valuable because you can just say, "Write me an app that does this and at this screen do that," and all the freaking programming is done behind the scenes by the AI.
Huh.
Like it's pretty. It's
Well,
getting
imagine like
crazy
you're in
programming.
school and you have to write a paper about
Yeah,
something.
that's what people are worried about more is the plagiarism.
That's
But
what it is.
I sent one to Noble today that would write fake blog posts, and I said that he should write up a fake news article about Dan, but I don't think he saw it, so I don't know if you got to pay for it either. It's called Jasper. If anyone wants to write up a hit piece on Dan, that would be hilarious.
You know what? That actually might be fun. Okay, Burger King carefully adding one single onion ring to your order of fries. Don't you love that when you find it like a weird fry in your normal fries, like a curly or an
I thought
onion
in
ring?
an onion ring. I thought that was just something
Um,
they did.
no, it's
No?
just well, it's all cooked and then they dump it and then one of them gets tossed over into the normal fries and it gets added to your fries. So
Yes.
Because they're too
it
lazy
happens.
not to put it in there.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
just don't
Oh,
care.
I got doctored one time because we were in the drive-through and my girlfriend at the time she like snapped off to the person in the drive-through window. I'm like, oh shit, don't do that. It's too late at night to be like getting all pissy, and you just don't want to do that in the drive-through window. You know what I mean? It's always a bad. They have access to your food that you're gonna consume. I just try to be as nice as I can to those people. I really do. But anyway, girl popped off, and I'm like, fuck. And sure enough, like we were eating our fries, and it was it's a pretty good trick because what they did was they put one totally frozen ass fry in the middle of our hot fries, and when we bit into it,
Yeah,
you couldn't
do
quite
not
tell
insult.
that it
Yeah.
wasn't like a cold fry because it had warmed up by then. But you bit into it, and the center was cold. It was disgusting. I was like, "Oh, you bastards!" I was like, and I was just thinking, well, if that's the worst you did to me, then cool. We're
Yeah,
we're even.
that's fair.
Fair. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Next up, the Atlantic. Follow your gut isn't the right way to go. The experts had a rough year. We still have to trust them. Following your gut
Did the
isn't the
AI
right.
write that?
Man, oh shit. Oh yeah, you follow your gut. Are you crazy? When I was a kid, this is how we made a playlist. Oh yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah, the stackable ones, and then they would drop down and play.
It's pretty
That's cool.
cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Nobody
Anybody
ever
still got a
really did.
record player out there? Anybody? I don't have one, but some
We
people.
still have one.
Do you really?
You
Okay.
you can buy them now, new ones. It's back to get the records. My nephew collects them now.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's cool. I just, this part of nostalgia, I just really never got back. I'm like, I don't know. I'm too lazy. I'm sorry. I don't want to pull a little record out of the sleeve, and you have to see how they're stacked back here. Oh, dude, it'd take forever to find something. Forget it. I'll just go to YouTube. Okay. Uh, English non-binary, Spanish non-binara, no binara is in
So
that.
it's still feminine and masculine.
Okay. All right. Yeah. It's hard. No
How
Spanish.
would you pick? How would you pick?
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, the Spanish are all feminine and masculine.
Yeah,
So
but in Spanish, isn't it safer to use the masculine because that applies to a group of people as well?
um,
Because like if we were in a group, we would be amigos, the three of us, even though
right.
I'm a
But if you're
girl.
girls, you'd be amigas.
Yeah, but since there's two men here, we're automatically amigos, the three of us, like the three
Right.
amigos. Damn.
Yeah, that's true. You wouldn't. Yeah, because you have to always. You wouldn't want to like offend the dude that's with the two girls and call them amigas. Then he would get mad.
Yeah, I
His
thought you just
machismo would
forfeited
kick
to the
in.
male if you weren't sure, or
Yeah,
if there's a
correct.
mixed group. Yeah.
That's fair. Tucker Carlson broke me starter pack.
They forgot Chuck Schumer.
Oh yeah.
Did you see him? He went to the floor and said that they should make it illegal for him to show the tapes and all this other stuff. And
Oh,
it's
they're
like,
nuts. They're crazy, man. They are
but there's
tripping.
nothing to see here, you know.
I know. It's great. It's great watching them kind of squirm. I'm not gonna lie. You know what? All that stuff is. It is like a drama reality show to watch on television now. It's just crazy. I don't really know what to think. I mean, you know what? It's kind of crazy. I want to vote for Trump just to watch this shit burn. Just to fucking sit back and watch this world literally lose its shit over this. Like, because if he gets in, man, it's gonna be crazy. Because people are gonna like lose it because they're gonna be like, man, we got 4 years to correct this shit. You know how bad it's gonna get? Like, I don't know, man. I'm almost kind of like I'm pretty much ready to like get that cabin out in the woods and a solar panel. Maybe some Velveeta cheese.
You made
to
fun
hang
of
out.
my cabin. You said it was a murder cabin.
I did back in the, but look, man, it's coming. We're almost in, it's almost cabin season. I'm just saying, everybody might want to do that. Holy shit! You still, do I still believe? No, I don't believe in Trump. But
He
here's the
just wants
thing:
to watch
I just want to
shit
watch
show.
this shit happen. Because if that dude gets in, this shit's gonna go fucking left, bro.
Oh,
It's gonna be
TikTok's gonna
crazy.
explode with people just crying in the streets and
Dude, it's gotta be. It's Trump or broke, man. It's gotta be. It's gonna be that dude.
yeah, that's kind of
um,
how I look at it too. It's like you're watching a reality TV show. You try not to get too emotionally invested, but just kind of watch to see what happens. You know what I mean? Like, I know a lot of people sit there, like Joe will sit there and he will just get so angry. And it's like, you can't do that because you'll be angry all the time.
right. Well, here's the thing. I don't trust no man. I don't trust no politician. I don't trust no. When Trump gave that speech about, I've told everybody, man, I'm not
snake?
stupid. When he gave that snake speech, he wasn't talking about Mexicans. He was talking about himself. He's trying to say, look, I'm a snake, bitches. Just know that. Oh, I know. I totally think look, I get it. Not to mention, do we all just forget? Do we have insomnia or do we just like forget? Like, he was the one that like pretty much push out the vax ASAP, right? Everybody seems to forget that fact, and the fact that he still promoted it for a long time. He hadn't really said anything lately, but I mean, up until just last year, he was like, "Yeah, you guys need to get your shots."
And he
Like,
let all
what?
the lockdowns happen, and he promoted Fauci. And
Yeah, he knew. He knew. No, dude, I'm telling you, this whole thing is a fucking script. We are living in some sort of reality TV show right now. And you know what? I'm fine with it now. I get it. I'm like, the world is what it is, and what we think is reality isn't reality. And the crazier it gets, I'm like, get your popcorn. That's all I'm gonna say. Get your popcorn. I'm cool. Because at the end of the day, I still believe in God, and I
do you
still think
believe in
that.
Helen Keller?
Do I believe in? No, not really. I don't think.
Yeah, there's a
Do
huge
I? I don't
conspiracy
know.
going around that Helen Keller isn't
Yeah.
real. Like, there's
There's a
pictures
lot of
of her
those.
and all.
Shakespeare isn't real. I've heard that one. I've heard Helen Keller.
Oh yeah,
I love the
or
meme
it was
where
a group of writers or something like that.
the greatest meme I had was Helen Keller with that dog, and then it said Helen Keller with her favorite cat Mittens.
That just popped up on my feed, Helen Keller and the dog, and that's what
I
made me
love
think
that.
about her.
Right. I laugh so it's so wrong, man. But no, she supposedly did all this stuff, and she was blind and deaf, and this and that, and it was just this like I think they make this shit up. I don't know. I don't know. Either that or she was faking it. Like what's his
I don't.
name?
I don't
Like
think she was faking it because she did it from birth. A baby
yeah.
wouldn't know how to do that.
Well, I'm just saying, like maybe she was just faking being blind and stuff. Like you know, how do we know? Maybe she could see. Fuck. And what about what's his name? The singer, you know, that he's the like
Oh
what's his
yeah.
name? Remember they
Oh
said that this dude's driving cars and shit? Like what?
shoot.
Who am I thinking of? Fuck guys, who is it? Yeah, fuck, I don't remember. I got
All
a
I can
long
think of
week.
is sunglasses.
Who is the singer? Oh fuck. The black singer. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway.
Yeah, that black one.
She flew a plane. Get out of here, Sharon. She did not. Oh god.
I just think
Stevie,
that
thank you. I couldn't
people
think
are
of Stevie
obsessed with.
Wonder. I don't know why I
They're
couldn't think of
obsessed with
Stevie.
stories. Like
You don't think
they
he's
make up
blind?
these. No,
I don't.
I don't
There
think
was
it is.
just a bunch of conspiracy about him not being blind. I don't know.
You can
You'd be
chuck something at him and he'll
surprised
catch
what
it.
blind people can see.
No, I get it. I know. I do believe in the one dude. Remember that one kid that was like a bat? He'd be like,
Right.
and he could see. He'd sonar his way around, you know, and
You
didn't
can
need to
get
aim.
placement out of sound, right?
Yeah, he said he could do that and actually visualize the ground and stuff. He could see. Like that's fucking kind of cool.
But
I
even
think.
regular talk and regular sounds can help that with people that, especially people that are born blind.
Yeah.
They partially have, that spatial awareness because of sound.
Yeah, yeah. No, I get it, man. Absolutely. I believe your other senses are totally heightened when that happens. When someone says milk instead of milk,
She
what is
break
milk?
their kneecaps.
They're going Nancy Kerrigan on
I
that
get
knee
it.
too, man.
It's
That's a
really
Nancy.
that much of a diff.
Holy shit.
Milk and
Milk.
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 Milk. What accent is milk?
Who says milk? Milk. I
Probably
never
the
did.
Southerners.
It
Milk.
does kind of sound southern.
I say milk.
I say milk. Milk.
I don't do much L.
I don't know about breaking a kneecap over milk. I think it's a little bit aggressive, but okay. Me needing an extremely specific step-by-step tutorial. Random YouTuber with a foreign accent and 12 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I need the step-by-step.
Yeah, whenever you have a question, you always find this random channel with like 3 million views and
Right.
like 12 to 20 subs, and they have like this perfect walkthrough, and it's just so bizarre.
Like a YouTube angel. Yeah.
Yeah,
Telling you to do everything. If you don't use fast food napkins as Kleenex in your car, you must be a whole different different tax bracket. I absolutely have fast food napkins in my car as Kleenex. You bet.
too scratchy, Dan.
Too scratchy?
Yeah,
You know, it might be, but man, when you got
just
blow a
keep-
nose,
yeah.
or
just
if you
keep 'em
spill
in my
something on the
purse.
dash or whatever on the side in the center console, I like reaching for one of them. Yeah, that's the best way to get napkins. I don't want to use the ones I bought. It's a way to save money.
Do you know what the sad part of that is?
What's
The
that?
tax. What tax bracket? If you don't, then what tax bracket are you in? You're actually in a rich one, because all the broke asses have to go to McDonald's to eat because it's the cheapest shit on the planet.
Right. That's exactly right. That's what's saying you're in a different tax, meaning you got more money than
You must
everybody
be a
else.
rich. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
for
know.
sure.
I don't think that would be the assumption all the time.
Yeah,
People
I
think,
don't.
oh, you're too poor to eat fast food. Well, that's not really the way it is now.
Yeah, it means
No,
you're super
fast
rich
food's
because you buy
expensive.
real tissues.
All food. I don't know what Canada's like, but I know in America, dude. Oh my
We
god!
got Chinese last weekend, and it was almost $70.
Holy shit! Yeah, I know, man. It's rough, isn't it?
It'd be
Yeah.
cheaper to buy a real Chinese person.
Hmm?
No, sorry.
You know what? You're probably right, man. If you break that down and you figure out how much it costs to own a Chinese cook, and then have him
I'm
cook.
Oh,
not
to have
buying
them cook for you. I meant
Yeah.
for something to eat. But anyway,
Oh, you mean eating a Chinese man?
I'm just messing with you.
It's gotten really
Oh
strange.
my god! Wow, this took a dark turn quick. Okay, sorry.
Mhm.
Okay, we'll keep moving.
I thought he
Um,
was talking about like adopting one or like buying one.
I fucking love this guy, eh? back when
Well,
he
that
was
was
like
weird.
Stargate, before his
Wow.
Aquaman. But
Oh wow,
Oh,
that's him
Cav,
without his
I
beard.
liked him in
That's
Game of
great.
Thrones.
he's great.
Yeah.
He does
Yeah.
look like a dirt. Was it?
There's also the movie where they're blind, or the TV series where they're blind. All
Mm.
of the Earth is blind, everybody. And he does battle
Wow.
scenes when he's blind. They're freaking epic, like crazy, because he's like this like not psychotic, but damn near psychotic. Really highly skilled blind fighter. And so the way they did an amazing job on that show. How does a blind person fight that when all humanity's been blind as far as they know, and he's like pro, and they have these weird things that they do, and yeah,
I'm surprised they haven't tried to put him in a dress in
they
something.
will. They will.
I'm just saying, you know what's coming. You got to wear the dress, bro. You know it's gonna happen.
Well, in Game of Thrones, he kind of had like this warrior's skirt thing.
That is a kilt. That's not a dress. That is a kilt. Okay.
It wasn't a kilt. It was like a Native American skirt
Oh.
thing.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay. All right. Maybe you did wear a dress. All right.
Yeah, but
Damn
I
it.
wouldn't call it a dress. It was kind of manly.
I don't get Momoa.
I don't think they
There's
can.
gotta be
do.
one manly man out there in Hollywood. Shit.
So who's Momoa? Is that a DC character or something?
No, that's his name.
It's his real name.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Momoa. That's his last name. Jason Momoa, right?
Is
Is
it
that
like
right?
freaking Hawaiian or something?
Correct? Okay. I don't
Yeah, keep the beard.
Anyone
shit,
who
I had
knows
one of
what
them.
this has lived more than 40 years.
What is that?
That is one of those little things you look through, and it's like a what do you call that?
Viewfinder.
Like a well, it does like little I want to say spirograph, but it's like
Oh, is it? I thought it had. You're right. They were a spiral. Not a. Yeah.
Is that the one, or maybe it just had a little?
I thought it had
picture.
an image in it, but maybe
It does
you're
have
right.
an image. You're right. Yeah, it just has an image. That's the one.
It looks like a keychain of some sort.
Oh, that
Yeah,
too.
and then you look through it because you just every
We
once in a while
had-
you just see a little
We
tiny
had
picture.
the
of something.
one. We had the one. It had like circles and different pictures in the circle, and then you clicked it.
Yeah,
Is that kind of the same thing?
that's
What's that?
classic viewfinder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sort of view.
yeah. There you go. Let's see. Vin Diesel. Vin Electric. Okay. Okay. Oh man, that's funny. All right. Next up, there are no coincidences. Easter
my God.
Island, Washington
Uh-huh.
D.C., Stonehenge.
Mhm.
I don't really get it.
What is going on?
What do you mean you don't
here?
get it? There's a man in the center of the earth.
Yeah.
Elon Musk. is
Before
not-
that, he was where? Doing what? How?
I mean, I don't know how they're making this
in the middle of the earth.
correlation between Stonehenge and the DC phallic and the Easter Island head.
Because the head is on one side, and
Uh-huh.
the feet are on the opposite side of the planet.
Yeah, actually,
Oh.
nothing lines up like that at all.
I don't-
No,
I
it
think it
does.
lines
It's the
up.
picture.
No, it doesn't work. I'll tell you right now.
It's a pic. She's like, look at the picture. You can see
He's
the line.
noble.
See, look at these lines. Look how they line up. It's got to be real.
Actually,
And
if you
of
went
course-
on just like a partial bit of the earth, it could-
Oh, Elon might have posted this, but he's kind of twisted.
He posts a
so-
lot of silliness.
Yeah, he probably did. Okay.
Oh, really? Why would he post that?
I don't know.
Oh
The poor couch is terrified.
No.
That's so funny. He's like, the Mexicans are coming for me.
no!
Oh my god, that's funny. Don't he's like, don't save me. All right. Oh, McDonald's. What is it? Brass knuckles. When you when you just about McFriggin had it. You know, I'm sure been a lot of fights up in these. I don't know if you guys know. They don't really
It's
show
getting
stuff on TV,
wild.
but it is wild, man. Like for some reason, I don't know, for like a month, man, straight, like almost every other day at a Waffle House, there was some shit popping off, man. I was like, I don't know what they're putting in the waffles, but man, people are angry. Goodness gracious. When you get off the toilet after spending an hour looking at memes, I can't feel my legs.
Oh, that's just wrong.
You know, if you sat down too long, because you know
I
sometimes
know,
you get
but
kind of
that's
squatty in
Professor
there.
X. That's not why he got paralyzed.
It might have been. He's watching memes. You're not supposed to do that on the toilet, man. It's not good. You
That
can't
was
stretch.
such a sad movie for me.
You can't stretch your legs. In this
You
toilet.
saying like people just stay sitting on the toilet because they're on their
Yeah,
phone?
because
they
you're
don't feel
watching
like
stuff.
getting up?
You're doing. Dude, don't ever
Sit
sit on
like
the
you're
toilet and
retarded.
watch TikTok. Dude, you'll be there for an hour, bro. You will not
Why
feel
would you
it.
want to like go use the bathroom and play with your phone at the same
You
time?
for
Like
well,
how do you like clean your
I
hands
get
without
it's
touching the
like,
phone before
That's
you touch the
true.
phone and before
bro,
after you
you
clean your
grab the
hands? Like
phone.
just don't even take it in the fucking bathroom. What the hell?
Dude, I literally no man, I have a routine. Like I typically try to like go potty in the morning and then jump in the shower afterward. You know what I'm saying? Like I go to the shower and then clean off.
You can save toilet paper like that.
Well, I know I wipe
wet.
white first, but I'm just saying I go in there like and I just make sure we're sparkly and
Just
clean.
get the wet toilet paper for that.
Yeah, that's what I heard. You do the wet ones. Oh, probably works. But anyway, just saying this is
So
a,
what
this
do
is
you
a
do,
word of
Noble?
advice
You
to
just
people.
stare at the wall?
Yeah, what
You
do you
don't-
do?
I
Do you
don't
read
don't
a
have a
spend
mag?
book,
much time
or-
in there, honestly.
Yeah. What kind of book do you got, Noble? What are you watching?
Actually, my cat does this weird routine. I close the door if I'm not just having to leak.
You're in the wait a minute.
If I'm just
you're
having to
busting my
leak.
balls for a phone, and you're in the fucking bathroom with the cat.
You know how
The cat
cats
sounds
you know how
really,
typically a cat will come up and
yeah.
rub its side on your leg, like very
Mhm.
common. You know, my cat doesn't do that, except if I'm having a leak on the toilet.
You know why? Do you know why?
And then when I'm done, like because this is in the morning, like I said, I sit down like every time. I'm so lazy, it's great. And then like as soon as I go to get up, as soon as I move, she runs and then like claws at the carpet, and I don't. It's just she has this weird routine.
I wish you wouldn't mention that you sit down to pee. Like that just is so disturbing to me.
No, you don't, Noble. Tell me, you got to
I've
stand
already
up like a
told you
man and let that.
once. First
Dude,
thing
let
in the
it-
morning, I love
Bro.
sitting down to have a leak. It's some of the greatest moments of the day, especially if I have to get up and go to work. Certainly easier on the
Dude,
heart.
they're trying to feminize us, bro, by making us sit down. You got to stand, buddy, proud with your
They can
stuff
cut my
hanging.
nuts off and do whatever. They're not going
Dude,
to
I'm
feminize
just
me.
telling you, you can't just succumb to the will of these women. They want us men to be sitting down. They're like, men should just sit down because it's cleaner and you don't get stuff everywhere. I'm like, no, I'm proud to stand up and
Your
try my
woman would and
skills.
just-
Yeah.
No, the reason cats come in is because you're vulnerable in that position and they're trying to protect you. That's why pets follow you in the bathroom. That's why.
Okay. There you go. All right. Last month I made 40 million working from home. Learn how. Oh,
40 billion, right?
oh, billions. Excuse me.
Oh, and the next page is the place to sign your soul over.
Dude. Yeah. I'm gonna do a lot of money. Weather lady be thugging. What? Oh no. We got a monitor, she got an anklet.
She's that's
No,
part of
that's the
show.
thing they use to like that's the microphone, right?
Oh, really? It's a transmitter.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, that's
she
the
did
transmitter.
something.
It is a wire going up.
Yeah, there's a wire going up her leg, man. But it does look like one of those like, anklets they put on people who are criminals. Man, it's funny. Oh, what's up? Did you guys see let's go back. Did you guys see the thing like where like all these Hollywood people are wearing boots and stuff?
What do you mean?
Like a big like they broke their foot or something like and
Maybe
they
it's
think
a
they're
new
hiding.
black eye thing.
And what the new what?
The new black eye thing. They're all got boots, broke
Yeah.
foot boots. I don't know what you'd call
A lot of
it.
people are saying like maybe they like there's something going on where they got in trouble and they're hiding the ankle monitor.
Yeah, but who's going around? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they wear a big boot so they can walk out in public and they just make it look like they got injured like it's a cast. But there's a lot of pictures of like famous people with those things on. It's kind of strange. I don't know. Is it something? I don't know. Also, speaking of boots, have you seen those goofy ass new shoes that people are wearing?
The rubber,
The
chunky
big
boots?
rubber red boots that make you look like a cart. They're so ugly. They're worse than Uggs. They are worse. You know what I'm talking about. What was the name of those things? They're like $350, man. You know what I'm talking? Have you seen them, Noble?
They look like Mickey Mouse shoes.
Let's see, it was let's see.
Here's the link. Just look up giant red boots and look at images. They're ridiculous.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, the cartoon boots. Here, I'll pull up images real quick for us. Yeah, I'll put it in here. I think we can see it. Oh wait, I have to change. Hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, there it is. Yeah, these goofy boots, man. Look at those things.
I should have asked for this for my birthday.
Dude, people are like totally styling these things, dude. They're so dumb. I hate them. I just hate it. Like, it's like idiocracy, dude. Fucking
Yeah, look at
idiots.
her legs and then look at the boot.
Hmm.
That must be a huge boot. Look how tiny her legs are next to the boot.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, well, it didn't show the screen when I popped it up. Sorry. Wait a minute. Okay, I have to go back. I was looking at these guys. Okay. Yeah. There's. Well, they said they were like, I don't know. I guess the original ones are real expensive, like $350, and so there they go. They're just wearing these big old boots. Oh my god, it's not even cute. I don't even know what to think about it. It's just, I just
Those
think
must
they're
be
just
kind of
ugly.
heavy.
Well, they're
right?
rubber. They're rubber, so they're
Yeah, I
kind of,
guess so.
yeah, they're kind of light. But anyway, whatever. It's just silly. Anyway, I just want to show Noble in case he hadn't seen that. All right,
He just bought
so
himself a pair.
Noble's on there like, yep. He's like, I'm getting a pair of those. Those are Canadian red. I love them. All right, let's see. The last thing Charlie needed was a candy bar.
Oh my gosh.
Yeesh, Charlie. Damn, boy. Got some fangs growing out there, dog. I don't
You
know.
know that
That's real.
Yeah.
It doesn't look very real.
that
Don't
guy
think
lives
so?
in our town now.
Who, Charlie?
He became a veterinarian.
Really? Oh, shit.
Yeah, he works on mainly horses and cows.
Weird. Okay. Money can't buy happiness. Me with money.
A Texas-shaped hot
Texas
tub.
shaped hot tub. I mean, that kind of works. I mean, there's a kind of a spot for at least 3 people, and then you can put 2 over here. Yeah. Okay. Texas works. It'd be strange if it was like another shape.
Where's the other person supposed to sit though?
Like over here.
I
Right there. They
guess.
sit right there in front of you, and then another person can chill over here. And like, this is like double. This is like the dude and this girl can hang out. But I don't know how real this is. But yeah. January 6th. We'll leave the doors open for you.
Aww.
That is awesome. I love this meme. The best. That's good. That's good. All right. Late night conversations hit different on these. Okay. These are the chairs like
Those are
these are the
sitting
ones-
by the fire chairs.
yeah, these are the chairs that like where the leg busts and that after a while when they've been sitting outside, these get very brittle. Just saying. Fair warning to you people out there. I've seen people go down before, man. It's it's not pretty. Next, reject modernity, embrace tradition. Oh,
What is that?
vape,
What is
monster.
that thing?
What's that? The vape?
No, the thing next to the cigarette with the plug. What is that?
I don't know.
Is
what
that a coffee?
well, that's a
Why
coffee.
is got a plug?
I don't know what that. I'm not. I don't know. What is that? I thought it was. I don't know what it is. I'm at a loss. I really don't know what that is. I get the cigarette and the coffee, but I don't know. I thought maybe that was like a shot glass or something. The creamer, somebody says. Creamer? Really? Is it creamer? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
we'll go creamer.
really,
I don't know how y'all
need-
get creamer out of that. I really don't. That looks like an upside down plastic cup to me, for real. I don't even know.
It looks like a cap to like that nasal spray.
I don't know.
Like, okay,
I'm
so
confused.
my eyes are getting so bad, Dan.
Yeah.
We were in Walmart today, and I just saw a guy with a beanie and a beard and started following him because I thought that was Joe. Like, they didn't look anything alike whatsoever. I just recognized hat, beard. And Joe's like, where are you going? I'm like, oh, that's not you.
You're going home with the wrong
Oh
guy.
no! Why are your eyes getting so bad, honey?
I haven't got new glasses in a long time.
Oh, I see.
I'm getting old.
Oh,
Good thing he
yeah,
went. He said
here's some
something.
flag.
Imagine how far that could have gone.
This chick here. She's got 9.24 million subscribers. Really? Okay. Well, English with Lucy. I don't know who this channel is, but the flag looks very familiar.
Mhm.
I would say almost Mandela-esque. But anyway, just some res there. Wanted to show that. Thank you, Mr. Million. Very good. All right. Next up, we've got some videos to show you. This is, when you were growing up and they always make fun of like American toys and stuff. Well, just wait for it because, yeah, you'll see. Hold on a second. Let me do the window here. Wait a minute. Trying to figure out how I want to do the audio. Okay.
We didn't
Okay.
make fun of American toys.
Well, there's been a lot of sus American toys that were kind of like, that looks like a little cringy.
Yeah,
But
there
here's
was my
Well,
friend
this
had a
one's
doll.
Asia. Yeah, this is an
Yeah.
Asian toy. What's that, Fizzy?
My friend had a doll, and you would give her her bottle, and then the diaper would either turn yellow or brown,
Yeah,
depending on the temperature of
that's
the
the kind of
water.
stuff. Right. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about, like that. Not to mention some of the weird kid toys that were like that border on pedophilia. Like one guy pointed out in a video about 10 years ago. It was like, ooh, yeah, like it was just bad. It was just wrong in so many ways. Like where they put like say you had like a little Buzz Lightyear, but then the drinking straw was his peanut. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just right there. It's like that's
There's
a bad
one,
placement of a straw. They could have picked something. Nobody saw that. Nobody really. Okay.
Do you know that slime that all the kids were obsessed with for a little while? Someone reviewed a toy with a unicorn, and you feed it all this stuff, and then you shake it up, and it'll poop out rainbow slime, and then you play with it.
Yeah. Remember Eddie's like back, dude. That's from Saturday Night Live, dude. That is so funny. I remember that skit, man. That was so funny. Where he's trying to show like there was like this guy selling like really shady toys. He's like, yeah, I got this for the kids, bag of glass. And he's like, bag of glass? You can't sell it to kids. Why not? He's like, it's clean glass. We cleaned it, and kids find glass all the time. I mean, at least look, they just you just play with the bag, and it was just like a horrible toys like on Saturday Night Live. It was so funny back in the day. They would never get away with that today because it's actually funny. But anyway, here we go.
All right, let's see.
Whatever you roll. Great little game here.
Gonna spray something.
That's disgusting. Oh man, yeah, okay, that's crazy. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, it shows them. Meanwhile, filming in Hollywood has already started for the next pandemic.
When they capture this one?
I don't know. Maybe they're doing a movie though, but it's just funny because it's like there they are in the hazmat gear, and it's like
Yeah.
you're probably
We'll
gonna
see
see
that
that
on
on
the
the local
news.
news. Yeah. Shh. What? Remember this clip, people. Just remember it. Okay. Jane Fonda is back in the news. She wants to kill pro-lifers. Real nice lady. Hanoi Jane, right? Let's see here. Let's blow this up. Here it is. Quick clip.
Know what that's done for our lives. We're not going back. I don't care what the laws are. We're not going back.
I think the women will rise up. That's the activist. That's Jane speaking, and she probably will get a Nobel Prize.
But it's the truth.
Very soon.
It is the truth. But we're not going to do it.
Besides
We're gonna
marching and protesting, what else do you suggest?
Well,
it doesn't
I thought of
happen
murder.
overnight. It's not a miraculous. What did you say?
Murder. Know what that's done for our lives.
Man, these
You can
chicks
just
on the
say
show.
that on
I
TV.
guess so. I guess you can just say murder them, like And they just whatever, they can get away with it. It's not shocking to anybody, but that's when you control the media, that's the kind of outcome you get. Let's see, hold on. I just noticed something. Tell me if I'm crazy. Let's see.
Hmm.
Hold on. I know. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Where is this thing at? There it is. Okay. Let me just see if I can put this on screen here. See that thing right there? That's from the movie Time Machine. I'm just saying, what the fuck is this right here? Where's she at? Right there. It's like, I'm like, holy shit. Is there a comparison there? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
I'm just
know.
like, rah. I don't know. I just saw her face. It's like, yeah. I think that's what's her name from 9 to 5, right? The movie. Remember? What was that chick's
No
name?
idea.
Guys, remember that chick's name? Anyway, I knew she was in the movie 9 to 5. Okay, let me see. Moving on. Okay. All right, cool. Next
Did you
up,
get that clip that I sent you? Oh, well, we've seen it before, but you remember the one that it says it's Bill Gates? Of course, it probably isn't, but they're talking about stuff in relation
yes.
to
Yeah,
jabs.
we've watched that. I had that with the doctor. Remember when?
Did you? I was wondering, like, did
Yeah,
we
I
watch that
played
during
that shit.
COVID time?
Yes,
Was it
and he
just
was
that
like,
early
he
on?
believed that. You know what's funny about all that is he's like, you know what? I totally believe that's real. He said it.
You know what it says in that video? It's saying that the
Lily
the
Tomlin.
immunization, the geno immunization is
Uh-huh.
spread with the virus. There's another aspect later on. It kind of sounds like they mean with the with the jab that would be administered after virus, but he clearly says before that they would spread it using the virus, like straight up. That's what would get it out in Afghanistan and Iraq and all this they were talking about in the clip. So it's like, how the hell are you doing gene therapy with or manipulation with a
The
virus?
Wow,
That's scary, man.
that's kind of creepy.
Should be scary. I'm not scared.
Yeah, it is a little. It is a little.
Should be. I really don't give a shit anymore.
I
I'd
know.
be like, bring it. Let's see what happens.
Who
For
wants
me,
to
on me,
see?
not on the world.
Who wants to see the new Grease, Hollywood style?
I
Woke
never watched
Hollywood
the
style.
first one.
Oh, the first one was fun. I liked it when I was a kid. I watched it multiple times. Here's a new one.
I'd rather watch Dirty Dancing.
Oh God.
Weirdo, watch where you're going.
Of course, it's the over-inhibited white girl. You know.
It's about the pink ladies.
Right. It's got to be an Asian. Oh boy. Here we go.
Move! Didn't think she'd show her face again.
Oof.
Hey, Richie.
We got a Mexican, a black woman. Where's the wheelchair kid? Who's non-binary?
Oh, they'll have that in a second. Anyway, oh God, I can't. This is just terrible.
I need a teaching license before you put out.
Look how cringy they make all the white guys,
Mhm.
you know, or the white people in the show, and all the Latinas are like they're just getting picked on, right? Okay.
This is a life revolution. Wrapped up in trouble.
Oh, okay, I can't. Anyway, there you go. Just so you know, yeah, new Grease. It's gonna be great. Gonna be great. Can't wait to see it.
I don't want to see it. I never even saw Grease 2.
This
That's
is
when you watch Utopia,
what's that?
the TV series Utopia.
I watched part of it. I saw some of it.
It's pretty crazy because it was like filmed and released before COVID, or at least
Right.
filmed, maybe released at the beginning of COVID.
Oh, Utopia.
And the whole thing is like,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, like the government and corporations and
Sure.
and virus and vaccine and like manipulating the public to want one thing and not want the other, and it's like,
Dude, the
holy
craziest-
shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't make this shit
The
up.
parallels are
The
like
parallels
just
are unbelievable.
a little
yeah.
effing much. Like, wow.
It's almost too much, and it's like they actually had to come out and like state like, for people that were just like, wow, it really seems like some parallels going on here. Wow, that's kind of weird. And they had to like release a press statement saying, even though, some of the things in the show seem like current events, it has nothing, it's not related. It's like, oh, give me a break. I think they're just telling you that it's kind of weird. Why would they do that? Why would they? Is that whole situation where like you feel like we've always heard they have to kind of tell you what's going on, karmically they have to tell you. Is that true? Is that what's happening? Is
Do
that why
they
the
though?
Simpsons? I
Or
don't
do
know.
they just like
Why,
to rub it in your face?
or do they just get off on
Yes,
rubbing it
could be
in
that
your
as
face?
well. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think they have to tell you, but it might be more productive if they do, or more effective if they do. Or maybe it does
I
help
think so.
a little bit karmically not to screw them as bad, perhaps.
Mm.
But I don't think they care enough that would be the good enough reason. I think it actually screws us harder is the reason.
That's another theory I've heard, is that by telling you and putting it out there and you do it anyway, it's like a
They have
boost.
permission. Yeah.
Then it's
Yeah.
kind of
Similar to torture or something,
Yeah.
like to tell someone what you're going to do before you do it. It makes it way worse if you know your eyeballs are going to get ripped out before your eyeballs get ripped out. It's a lot worse.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Fear-wise. Fear. Anyway.
Carson says, Tucker Carlson here. He's been in the news all over the place. Basically, I guess he's gonna show some J6 stuff. So let's
9:30 was the timestamp.
9:30. Boom. Let's go here.
Demonstrations, including concussions, lacerations, exposure to chemical gas, and severe burning. So while stipulating that all riots are bad, because precision matters, facts matter, the truth matters, here's the truth. More cops were injured by Kamala Harris's favorite mob, BLM, at the White House than were injured by Trump voters at the Capitol on January 6th. A lot more. So again, to be clear, both events are bad, but here's the key. We only remember one of them. Why? Because the people in charge of history are liars. Liars. And lying is bad. And on a national scale, it's deadly. It's corrosive of everything that is good in the country, including trust and your grasp on reality itself. And that's why they try to make you lie. Men can become women. Climate change is an existential threat, or whatever the lie is they're making you tell. They don't believe it. They know you don't believe it. But by forcing you to repeat it, they degrade and control you. They make you less of a person. They also hurt individuals. We told you Monday about Navy veteran Jacob Chansley. He was tried by the media, convicted of being a domestic terrorist, and sentenced to 4 years in prison. What exactly was Jacob Chansley's crime? Well, no one was ever very precise about that. Here's what the media told you it was.
In his horned helmet, fur pelts, and face paint, Jacob Chansley became known as the QAnon shaman. But prosecutors called him the most prominent symbol of a violent insurrection.
He's been in jail since January, and he's trying to get out, but prosecutors say he is still too dangerous to release.
Make no mistake, Chansley is a stone cold thug.
He kept saying, I'm not violent, I'm peaceful, I'm a shaman. But then you put those images, what you were just talking about, you put those images together, and that isn't an image of peace. This is the new face of extremism.
It's the new face of extremism. Jacob Chansley is the new face of extremism. He's a stone cold thug. Prosecutors say he is too dangerous to release. And most people believe that because why wouldn't they? They were told it and there was no evidence to the contrary. And now there is evidence to the contrary. We brought it to you Monday. The video that we reviewed at great length over 3 weeks showed with precision what Jacob Chansley actually did inside the Capitol. And here's what it looks like once again. Here's video of Chansley in the Senate chamber. Capitol police officers take him to multiple entrances and even try to open locked doors for him. We counted at least 9 officers who were within touching distance of unarmed Jacob Chansley. Not one of them even tried to slow him down. Chansley understood that Capitol police were his allies. Video shows him giving thanks for them in a prayer on the floor of the Senate. Watch.
Thank you, Heavenly Father, for giving the inspiration needed to these police officers to allow us into this building.
Contrast the reality of what Jacob Chansley did in the Capitol building on January 6th, the indisputable facts recorded on video, some of which has never before been seen, with the depiction of Jacob Chansley that you've seen in the media for more than 2 years. He's a terrorist, they said. he should be killed.
Shoot him. Shoot him. Like, you burst into the United States, if he was dressed like bin Laden, would you have shot him?
Shoot him. Shoot him. It makes you wonder, who are the violent extremists here? So as you...
And there you have it. So, when I see that and I think of like the whole narrative, right? Obviously, I believe wasn't he doing he wasn't like, so I think he's obviously a paid actor. And
Yeah, obviously, because he wasn't
paid to
with the
troll.
rest of the group. But then when
No.
they got him in with the others, they acted like he was their leader. And
Right.
he posed for all these
And
photos.
then didn't he
and
do the
all this other-
BLM stuff prior to
Mhm.
this? Right.
Yep.
So then there was that. So he's kind of been all over the map. And I just feel like, he's probably an asset of one of those alphabet.
Yeah, I doubt
agencies.
he's in
think
jail
it-
anywhere.
I think it was his dad was like ex-Navy something special.
Of course.
Like I think it was the Navy.
It always
but yeah,
is,
like
right?
there was
It
other
is
things
always-
about him. It's like,
right.
yeah, that sounds a cool.
Sure.
possibility.
Yeah, exactly.
A
And that's what I
privileged
mean.
family.
Totally. And the whole thing was it's just like the guy that was, I can't remember that dude's name, but remember the guy standing in the middle of the crowd. He's like, you guys got to go into the Capitol. In.
Yeah,
And
Ray
everybody's
Epps.
like, yeah,
Mhm.
Ray, what was it? Ray what?
I think it's Ray Epps.
Ray Epps, yes, yeah. Ray Epps, yeah. So Ray Epps was all talking shit, and then everybody's just acting like on me. Oh, that's nothing, really? The
Yeah,
whole
and
crowd's calling him out.
recently,
Yeah. Okay.
So after these videos came out, they caught the federal government destroying files about any possible assets that would have been, in the vicinity at that time. So
Of course. Not to mention, I made that video where it was showing all that strange shit that went on at J6, where the cops were opening up fences and all that. It was really good. Yeah, that
The
one.
thing is, if someone on the left watches
Uh-huh.
this, what do you think they think? What are they gonna say like right away?
well,
The
they're,
cops
they're
are in on
current.
it. Just like they said,
what they're
the
already
cops are bad.
saying.
We hate cops.
Well, what they're going to say now
and
is that,
and we'll say it
these
was
are-
under Trump's thumb or something, which they don't understand it that the DC
even
the
when they
Capitol
see these
Police is-
videos like this, number one, they won't watch. See, people are either left or right, so they're not going to watch anything that this guy has to say. They're not going to watch any of these videos. And even if they do get some clips of these videos,
I think they're
now
going to see
on
some of
other-
these ones.
Well, they will, but they'll just say that they cherry pick these certain videos to edit it in a way that it was before the guy got violent or something, or they'll just go
Sure,
with it.
but to us, we see the cops leading them around. It's like
Yeah.
this whole thing's a setup, right?
Totally.
But that's not what they're going to think. In
I
the
still
same
think
manner.
though.
They
I
think
think
that it's actually all Trumpers, right?
I think the
And it
pow
supports-
pow.
it
I think the
supports
pow
their side
pow
as well. That's my point.
I would say the pow pow where the girl got shot is a whole setup. The whole thing's bullshit. Like watching that, everybody
Possibly.
reacted. Yeah. Oh, dude. Totally.
Well,
I
it
mean,
depends in what I would agree, but in what manner? Like she could have just been a brainwashed person waiting to die.
Could have been. Okay, fair enough. But the evidence states that when I seen it, like the whole thing where the cops are coming up the staircase and they look like actors. They didn't look like real cops. And then they come up and they're busting through the windows and stuff. And they never reacted to anything like, hey, get the fuck back. They got guns. They didn't do anything. They're just like, whatever. And that's not the way the normal cops would act if they really thought that people were trying to break into the chambers and get to some of the congressmen and whatever. They would have fought back with deadly force, and the cops were just like looking around like, what should we do next? Like, what's the how are we supposed to do this? Like, what's the next act that we're supposed to go by? And so they get up there, and then the girl gets shot, and then the whole reaction to that is crazy, because I'm sorry, but I've been in situations where their guns have been shot and people leave. You get the F out of there. And nobody seemed to run. Nobody was screaming. Everybody just kind of
some people didn't even react at all. And there
No.
was this weird thing where these guys were going around whispering and tapping and pointing
Yep.
before everything happened.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
to Noble's point about what the left sees is they've already put out these statements that Tucker is lying about January 6th, that
Right.
downplaying it all. They're doing everything they can to get people not to watch it. So
Sure.
when you look up Tucker Carlson, you don't see January 6th videos. You see all this stuff that they've put out about him, including some made up feud with President Trump that gets more clicks than what he's actually talking about. So they're already running interference, I guess.
Good points, Fizzy. So here's the thing too. I've been watching this shit play out for the last 25 years, and I have seen videos and things that, like, when you really break down some of these events, so many of them are staged. And I go way, way back to the Olympic Games in Atlanta where there was a bombing, and it showed like the cop got busted, like he was walking around and there were people laying around, and the dude was wiping blood on him.
Oh,
You could see him wiping blood on the actors to make it look worse. Like you go and check them.
what would have been the point of the?
The point is to
that
create
Olympic
like a
thing?
terrorist. Get the idea. This is the thing, man. Like the movie.
I remember that, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah, but the thing is,
There's a lot going on.
it's again, it's problem, reaction, solution. You know, it's basically to have an event like that to to get America afraid, because fear is what catalyzes us, and we start to distrust one another. And again, that's how you control people, because then you start making it out there like, well, we need more military presence, we need more control over it for your safety. It's those little things like that, and it leads up to more and more bigger events a la 9/11, you know. But it all started out very small at one time with small little events where they were putting the terrorist ideas into our heads that there's these terrorists out there and it could be anybody, and that shit was being played out 20 years before 9/11, you know. And then of course the 9/11 stuff, and then that was the big event, right? So that's what they do, man. It's kind of crazy. And when you start to see it all play out, and then you start, you know, us looking at this now, I mean, dude, it's crazy how we can openly talk about how fucking fake a lot of this is, and the rest of the people in the world literally just hang on every word that these you know, news stations tell them. And it's
Which
quite
event is the most whatever hoaxish to you?
well,
Which one
obviously
holds the most strongest evidence, or blatantly in the beginning, or whatever? There's
well,
quite a few
Peter.
different
I
ones.
mean, even though this dude went down for big stuff, I won't say the word, but Peter Pan was a huge one. That was absolutely
You mean Hook?
ridiculous.
Hook?
The hook.
You know which one I think was
That one was, dude. The whole thing with a helicopter where the people are walking in a circle in and out of the place, and that one kid with the jacket just meandering around and, you know, trying to be an
Gene
actor.
Rosen is my
And
favorite.
Gene
of
Rosen
all
is the
time.
best. Oh, he's the greatest. Yeah. So that one is one, as far as these type of events. Obviously, 9/11 is the biggest one of all.
Do you
but-
remember the Joker for the movie theater?
Yes. Oh my
That
God,
was
dude.
one
That
of the
one.
most hoaxish freaking
Dude,
things. They
that
were
whole
interviewing
thing was
people, kids,
nuts.
like teenagers, outside the theater right away, and they're
Yeah.
like, the doors opened, both
Yeah.
of them opened in the back. Canisters of smoke rolled down the aisles and started
Right.
smoking the place up. And then
Right.
there was some hustle and bustling down front, some people in and out of the front, the door down the front end. And then shots started going off down front at that, you know, right away after the smoke, actually. But it's like, well, who opened the doors and threw the smoke canisters in? No,
Well,
it
what
was some
happened was
single
there was people in
freaking
the front
shooter.
row. Yeah, there, you know, in the theaters they always had those side exits, right? So they
Yeah.
were sitting in the front row right before the damn thing, or actually, I don't know if it started, the movie started, but the people, just two people got up and decided to leave, and they opened the door just perfectly so that somebody could come in and start throwing canisters and then start the whole thing, right? Like, okay, that wasn't staged. And then the whole thing with him was really strange, where, you know, when they caught him, he never. Oh, what about
He went and waited outside in the parking lot
Outside
next to
to
his
get
car.
caught.
And when the cop showed up,
Yeah.
he said, "I'm the Joker." Like, you're not gonna like run or try to shoot somebody now.
I don't even know what to believe after that. I heard so much stuff too, like he was
Well,
foaming
you
at
could
the
see
mouth a few days later because they thought he was like coming off of some heavy drugs, and like all kinds of weird shit happened. So
You could
I don't.
see in the courtroom he kept
He's
nodding.
probably
off.
MK Ultra. He seemed
Yeah,
MK
he
Ultra.
seemed
to me.
brain effed.
Yeah.
Completely brain effed.
Yeah. Also, another one too was the people forget about how bad that one was the Oklahoma City bombing one. Dude, that one was
It was
fucking
bad.
great.
Just
That,
not
so
as
that
much-
guy. So you're gonna tell me
as much
this? So yeah, dude had like all his, you know, the guy was in the military and whatever, and you know, the thing about him and the reason he got caught is 'cause supposedly there was a cop who was totally out of his jurisdiction, then like whatever, and just happened to see this car drive by that had no fucking license plates on it. Like that's the quickest way to get pulled over. And the guy had a gun in the front seat, so obviously, he's up to something. And so you're gonna plan this entire event, right? Get in a getaway car and get busted because you didn't have a front license plate or a back light, whatever. I mean, like, really? Like, he's this mastermind genius that created this big bomb. And then when you look at the bomb, like he made a bomb out of like a U-Haul truck, which is like, after they like
The
really
classic
looked at it,
fertilizer bomb.
the fertilizer bomb, like they're like, there's no way it would have had that explosive power. It would have been it would have been loud, but it wouldn't have had the devastation that it did to that building where it like corded out in the center.
I don't even believe it. I don't believe you can have an explosion from the outside of a building and basically disintegrate over 50% of the building without pushing the rest of the building over. I don't believe it's possible. Do you know what I'm saying?
There was,
like it would have blew the building sideways, and it didn't.
Right.
It disintegrated like over half of it from an explosion outside the building.
Then what about
it doesn't even physically, logically make any sense.
And then the people that were investigating, a lot of cops, people that died mysteriously around that whole thing too. That was kind of weird and sus. So there's like all kinds of cover up shit going on with that too. That was another big. So that's what I'm saying. Is like almost every major dude, Columbine. Holy shit, that's another dude. That they had the cops over there with clipboards on top of the building, like they were running a drill. The whole shit, dude. I'm telling you, and it's not to say that those kids weren't MK Ultra to do that. I think they were. I think they actually MK Ultra'd those kids to go in there and shoot them, because I watched that video and watched those kids like back in the day. I don't know how I found the video, the actual video of it, where they had the cameras on the inside where I watched the kids shoot themselves at the end. Dude, that shit was crazy. That was crazy because they did it without even missing a beat, man. They were like, okay, we do it on 3 or 1, 2, 3 pull, or 1, 2, 3, and then like they talked about it before they did it, and then they did it, and it was so like, okay, this is straight up like mind control, like kind of shit. Like that was wild. Like I really think they went and did the act. I just think they mind controlled some kids to do it.
What the hell was apparently the motive? They were just pissy
because they were
they
said they were picked on and they were outcasts, and
that doesn't make sense. People don't. I don't think people would commit suicide in like a group or one kid setting. Like a depressed person singular could do it, but not multiples. It doesn't make sense.
And remember the other kid, the dad for one of the kids was like in the FBI, and he's a heavy, ranking dude in the FBI. It's the whole thing's like really, it's messed up. So let's go. Let's see what else we got here. I found, what is this one? Oh, this is an interesting one. I think this is good for everybody to learn. I don't know what y'all think about all this stuff. It sounds good on paper, like to be like, yeah, man, I'm a sovereign citizen type of guy. I just think that, man, I don't know. I don't think the cops are going to buy this. I've never seen the cops really, go for this very much, but it sounds good. But this might be a better lesson on how to not interact with the police if you get pulled over. But let's listen in.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good, I'm Officer Farmington Police. Reason for the stop today is there's no registration on your vehicle.
I don't need registration and I don't answer questions.
Alrighty. Davis, Fox 21, can you have a couple more heading my way?
He calls him back up immediately.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you're one of those.
Yeah,
hang on a second.
Here.
I need some more police here. Pronto. We got one of these guys here. Anyway, let's listen.
Is this back window roll down?
Why do you need to know that?
I just want to make sure that you're the only one in the vehicle. So here's the deal, man. I'm stopping you because there's no registration on your vehicle, and I'm requesting your identification. Okay? You are detained at this time, and you are not free to leave. Are you going to provide me your identification?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, so I'm going to take that as a no, that you're not going to provide me your identification. Is that the route we're going? Or would you like to provide your identification to me, and we can have a conversation, we can discuss the laws that you're breaking, and then we can go from there.
If you want my identification.
Oh shit, the audience is saying they shot this guy. I didn't know they shot. I just figured, I didn't see that part in it. I just saw the caption and anything. I just figured they maybe tackled the dude or something. They shot him? Oh crap!
I
All right.
don't
Well, we won't.
understand
We
why
won't.
people.
We're not going to get to that point. I just thought like, damn. I guess this escalated quickly. All right. Well,
Mm,
that's not good. Let's see.
Will be under duress and you accept surety and trusteeship over it. Meaning you will be responsible for any debts that you're trying to incur here.
Okay, so I'm not trying to incur any.
If you're gonna be that kind of guy that's busting out with that sort of science, and you're gonna be like talking all that, like, you're gonna incur these debts, and I'm a sovereign citizen. You need to have a deeper voice. You can't just be like, no, you
what does
can't
that
come get
even?
me.
What does that even mean? Why do people always claim this
I
stuff?
don't
That
need registration. I mean, I'm just. It's like a
Okie Mouse
squeak
says he was
toy.
a law student.
Oh, he was. Oh,
Then he should
damn.
know better.
Oof. Well, anyway, so yeah, dude apparently apparently the guy shot him 15 times. Oh my god. Okay. I'm not
That's a
gonna
little
watch the dude.
excessive.
I'm not gonna watch a dude die on my show. I'm just gonna keep moving on. Anyway, it just says he finds out. I just figured they just, they just roughed him up or something. I didn't know they killed him. Okay. Whoops. All right, moving along.
Okay, guys.
All right, this is California. What a shithole. If you live in California, get out. Just get out. But don't come to Texas. Fuck that. Don't come here, please.
Go to like Arizona or something.
Yeah, go, just go somewhere else. Just please stop coming here, dude. I mean, I get it, you might be okay, but I don't trust you yet. I feel like you need to be here. Like, you need to take some re-education before you come to Texas. You need to, like, I don't know, be able to, maybe recite the Constitution a little bit or something, a few articles. I'm just feel like, yeah, I don't trust you Californians. And you're coming over here and you're just busting off in here. I really think Trump should have built a wall around Texas. Okay. So anyway, here's the deal.
Well,
but this is
as
why
more
people are leaving in droves. So
As more people leave New York, the redder it's gotten. We almost got rid of that nasty governor we got stuck with,
yeah.
We came pretty close.
Now I feel like Soros is paying like shitty lefties to move to Texas. I literally think they're funding like shitheads to move to Texas.
Wouldn't be surprised.
I'm telling you, call me a conspiracy theorist, but that's what it looks like to me. And they're just like, yeah, just go in there and just, we'll pay you and just make sure when the vote comes up, you just always vote Democrat. Thank you. And they give them a crazy
Obama
satanic
phone.
An Obama phone and a satanic handshake.
Mhm.
Something satanic, like, whatever. All right, so here we go.
Welcome to Oakland, California. First one. Second one. This is the third one. This one.
Jesus. You know what's messed up about that too is like they'll leave those people, the bleeding hearts, and they'll be like, oh, they just did it to get some food or whatever.
Let them have
They're
your car
hungry.
then.
They're hungry. No, some dickhead just did this to be a dickhead. That's basically all it is. That's why it's
In California, they're stealing. There's groups go along to steal. Although usually they're not breaking the front window.
Yeah.
Did you the guy that does the box with the sprinkles and the fart gas and shit? Those packages.
Yeah.
So they were following them around, and in California, like there's and they were watching them, and they're kind of like the Antifa type, and they look in if they see a backpack or a whatever parcel, then they'll break the back window, unlock it, take it, and go.
Yeah.
Or pop. They were looking in the trunks a lot. A lot of time they want
What's
to
crazy is people were leaving their back. They were lifting their tailgates up, right? Just leaving them open so that people.
And in
wouldn't
this
get
case, they
poisoned.
should have left the windows open.
I guess
They're not broken.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. my god. Jeez. You know, it looks like a lot of the contents are still in the car, so they just would just. I don't know why.
Yeah, that might have been vandalism.
Just vandalism.
On this one. It's
Yeah.
weird. It's the front window for the mall.
Yeah, it's somebody just walking by, just boom, 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 boom. You know, probably had like a blackjack or something, just busting windows. Anyway, this is the history. I'm sorry, this is kind of funny. This is and they call it the history of the African space program. I don't know. Anyway, let's watch it. Let's see what happens.
12 other aircraft he has built before have all failed to take off. He hopes things will be different this time, the 13th time.
Oof.
The engines roar to life.
It's
and
one
then
cylinder,
a hammer is
baby.
out of his hands,
Ouch.
and down what passes as a
Wait a
runway.
minute. Does that look aerodynamically
Is
sound to
he
you?
trying to go to space?
Is there a person on that?
I
There's no
hope not.
person, no.
I don't see a person. I think this is a remote
I
control.
don't know how that engine.
Yeah, I would
ever-
not get in that thing.
Dude, it's rough, man. Look, I just like looking at this. Yeah, this man. I knew the Wright brothers plane looked kind of rough too. That's pretty sus. But dude, this is bad. Okay.
For a few glorious seconds, Upendo is
Have you glorious seconds?
Another
That wasn't any
Was
second.
that really? Come on, man. They gave it seconds. I'm like, I don't even think that was a second. I'm sorry,
No.
man. That was
It was
more like
no glide.
no glide at all, man. That was
I could have
rough.
got more glider to my arms.
So they know that planes already exist, right?
after all.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
And when the time came, the homemade plane was towered by a car to gain the required speed to take off, but seems to be more obsessed with the ground than the air, failing to take off.
Dude, like making fun of shit, like more obsessed with the ground.
It's hilarious how
That's flight.
Oh, dude, you're
all
gonna
the
lose.
people are right into it.
Oof. Oh,
It's already
shit.
broken.
Oh, this is the camera doing it. It's yeah.
Oh, that looks a lot better though.
That I think this one has potential.
To kill.
They're like, nah.
Of the aircraft, and it was okay. But we have some little hitches with the engine, so we are seeking for funds, sponsorships from the corporate bodies, government, and other institutions who are willing to come on board so that they help us develop this aircraft.
Oh wow, look at how fancy it is.
I've been having dreams of flying ever since I was young, but I've not had the support to fly.
The 45-year-old used to watch President Hastings land his chopper as a child, sparking a lifelong passion for helicopters. After years
To
of
build
planning
a
and
chopper?
wondering, he decided to build one of his own.
No, he didn't.
You can't build a chopper. You just can't.
Bro, did you see that key? Like that shit wasn't even like it wasn't even it wasn't even
Was it planning
like
and watching
bolted
war
down
movies?
right. Like watch the whole
Decided to build
mechanism
one of his
turn.
own.
Watch.
My intention is to
You gotta
show
get some
to
super
Malawi
glue on that, man.
Malawians too can do what the whites do.
I don't think he said that.
We had some challenges with the wiring system, resulting in short circuits.
Dude, that piece of shit ain't gonna fly.
Slowly,
I'm gonna tell
everything's
you.
been sorted.
It ain't just the wiring that's got challenges, my man. I'm sorry,
Is
brother.
this poor person still alive? Like,
I don't know. I think they just like have these like they're over there like we're gonna like look at this thing. They like built this. There's like no way this thing's ever gonna.
Do you know how complicated a chopper is?
Oh,
like
I
a
know.
main blade, and to get it to move around where you need it to move around under high
about it.
stress and high speed, like you can't build a chopper. You just
you know what
can't.
you know what
You're
I
asking
think
to die.
I think what they should do is maybe buy a model plane.
Yeah.
You know? And then maybe fashion it, make it a little bit bigger and then bigger and bigger, and then they might have something, But these guys are just like, yeah, I see kind of a shape of a chopper, and I'm gonna slap this stuff together. This literally looks like paper mache. I don't even
Yeah,
know.
someone said it's
like
duct tape.
AliExpress or something.
That-
one of them ones. Just buy a plane.
Okay, let's keep watching. It's funny.
That.
Felix is eager to take to the skies.
Oh,
but he's
fuck
been warned
that, dude.
against
You
flying
better,
test flights
bro,
for
you
the
move.
Civil Aviation
Move.
Yeah.
Get out of
That
there,
could take
dude.
your head off.
If his first flight is successful, Felix will be flying into the history books with his homemade helicopter and his sky-high ambitions.
I don't think so. Those
No.
blades, man. Oh, no. Is he really going to try it?
They're not real. These guys are dreaming, man.
Oh, my God. Oh God, that's no, dude. No, I love the ramp. That's fucking great. You got the stairs. You pull up.
I don't think that.
I don't think you really need those, but okay.
I think they're just like.
Oh,
that got to be part of a parade or something.
Dude, it can't, dude. No
This
way.
isn't a real attempt. It's just like a cool taxi. Or something.
Oh, you people are all gonna die. No, it's got to be just something they drive around in a parade. There's no way.
Thursday last week, Gabriel Nderitu
Oh my
was
God.
confident his twin-seater aircraft was ready for trials. A step
These
that
guys
would
are
push
actually
Elevated
shit.
to a pioneer
Oh,
in
look at
aircraft
this. That looks like
manufacturing
a
in Kenya.
washing
All
machine, my
leave him
man.
trying.
Oh,
They don't understand. Like you
But
can't
he
do
encountered
that.
the first challenge at his backyard. The plane would not fit
oh,
into the
that's
truck he had
scientific, right?
hired
To
to
just hack
transport
off
it to
that
Kangundo
piece.
for the
We're
trials.
gonna need it for the chopper.
Gabriel and his team did not anticipate the mishap that followed. The plane collapsed. But that did not mean the end of the road. The mechanics did their part to restore it,
Dude, OSHA would have a field day
and
with
the
this
IT
shit, right?
specialist turned pilot, who admits has
The
never
FAA
seen
would
the inside
fucking
of a
die.
cockpit, did his.
Oh,
The
man.
second and third day ended without much success. But by Sunday, the team had done everything in their power to get this plane powered by a Toyota
Oh.
NZD engine
don't
and
tell
a
me
I
that's
Polish
actually
gasoline.
feel bad for these
Make sure
people,
it
man.
would fly.
Oh my God,
Even if
bro.
They're having fun.
Like really, all those people have a combined IQ of that. Holy shit!
It's
So in a
unfortunate.
spirit
Like no one
of
came to them and be
Scary.
like,
aircraft, the
"Dude, it
pitch
ain't gonna
was
happen.
succeeded, gaining
Oh,
It's
momentum
no.
impossible."
A
Dude,
crowd had formed, anxious to
look at
see
that
Without
runway,
moron
dude.
knowledge and
Look at
something.
that lumpy. Look at that runway isn't even flat, bro. That's bad. And then it's like they're all trying to push the plane. It's like they're all not there to watch you fly, bro. They're there to watch you die.
It's
Oh my
really
goodness.
it's like literally like grade school level comprehension of the physics. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
just because you have wings and something that goes around doesn't mean
Right.
you might be able to fly. No, you won't. End of story. It ain't gonna happen. Like, look at it. They just they
Yeah.
don't get it. You know, like even building paper airplanes and stuff, you get to understand the size and whatever.
Dude, I hope the left doesn't get a hold of this video, bro, because they're just gonna blame all the white people
you
for
literally
this.
just, you can
Yeah,
only feel
'cause he
bad
said-
for them for all the effort
Yeah.
they put in. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
sure. No, I feel
He
bad,
already
but
said, like, I want to prove that we can fly like the white people do or something like
oh no. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, let's see. I mean, I'm wishing. Oof.
But just when it seemed ready to take the leap, it diverted
the
from the
dune
runway
buggy,
and
dude.
collapsed once again. Gabriel was heartbroken, but surprisingly, his spirit was unbroken.
I'll go back to the drawing board and design the landing gear better, and also study a
The
little bit.
landing gear. You didn't take off.
The rear wheel. He says it is clear they can't support the weight of the 800 kg plane.
800 kilos. You're gonna fly
Yeah.
that. That's gonna. 800 kilos.
In a month's time, Gabriel expects to be back here for a second
How do
trial.
they have a new plane every time? Do they just build these in a couple hours?
And I think the small hiccups are more so nothing to do with the aerodynamics. They are more so to do with small practicalities like sparking plugs. Nothing to do with the aerodynamics.
Oh no. I think it has everything to do with the aerodynamics, but anyway, it's
everything.
funny and
Everything's
it's sad at the same time because you could tell like they really do want to fly. I
It's a
feel
lot of
horrible
work.
for laughing. I mean, I feel like a dick, but you kind of have to laugh a little bit because it's like, dude, come on, man. Especially that helicopter. That thing was that I was more like that thing's gonna like. There's no way that thing's ever. You start getting that thing up to some serious RPM. Yeah, people will die. I'm just telling you. It's like I'm honestly just saying this as a public service announcement for anybody that wants to build homemade helicopters. You might want to rethink that idea. Just saying. Okay, so there's that. Next up we had let's see. This is crazy. What the fuck is going on with our world? Holy shit. This is a new challenge on I hope it doesn't become the new challenge. No. There's no such thing as a hot water challenge.
What is she doing?
Yeah,
No.
no, watch this stupid chick, man.
Ow.
Oh, yeah.
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 You don't do that.
What the
to
hell did you
people.
think was going to happen, you moron? Jesus.
I wonder why Buddy didn't take his shirt off.
Dude. He has 3rd-degree burns on him, man. Oh, my God.
I wonder if it's real.
Yeah, no shit. Internet
Dude had
challenge.
weird
my
scars there. Did you see
You
the
think?
scars on his back?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was from the shirt.
Maybe
might
it was
be
he
resistant.
graphed? Do you think they graphed him because of skin?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
From boiling
have
water?
Boil. Yeah. I'm thinking that's what they had.
I don't think boiling water can get that bad.
No, I'm saying that was what you're seeing is the aftermath, like where they put grafts. That's why the skin looked kind of like checkerboard.
You think you need skin grafts from having boiling water on you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Did you, dude? Yeah, for sure. If it was 3rd degree, yeah. This is just like crazy in your face stuff. Obviously, we've always seen this, but just like how retarded this is, man. Like you just you're talking about flashing your sign. I mean, they don't even give a fuck anymore. Watch this fool. Just like blink. Yep, there it is. Yeah, you know what team I'm on. Okay, that wasn't fucking obvious. They don't even care.
Today we had 66.
All right, let's see what's next.
There's this artist, this music artist that's what is it, Bad Bunny or something? He's like Hispanic or Latino or something. I looked up just because whatever, it was on a video thing, so I checked like who's this dude they're talking about who's fairly modern and not extremely, but a couple of years. But anyway, he does this sign, so he does the 666, right? But he puts the 666 on his third eye forehead and does it like that. It's like, holy fuck, dude.
What?
It's so disgusting.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's his move. He's 666 and out from the third eye.
They're doing that so much lately, man. This is a Japanese vlogger gets assaulted and sexually groped during Holi festival in India. I don't know what this festival is. It's
Oh my
like
goodness, I don't want to
what's the
watch
egg,
that.
and they're trying to be cute with her and they're spraying stuff on her.
That's not cute.
But I don't think you want to be in a situation where there's a bunch of Middle
Who's
Eastern
filming
men.
this?
They're very gropey. Yeah.
That's
okay.
really strange.
Strange festival. Everybody's covered in paint. I don't know what this is all about. Whatever.
Creepies.
Who knows?
Perverts.
Yeah. This dude. Check out old dude with the frisbee, man. Holy shit. This guy's got some moves. Check this out.
Nice. He's an old pro.
Yep. Wow. Damn. This guy's good.
I used to try to do that a bunch. Play frisbee with yourself.
Wow. That's pretty badass. I gotta be honest.
That's pretty impressive.
Pretty impressive. Okay. Next up, what do we have? Let's see. I don't remember what I had on this one. Let me go back. Oh, this is crazy. Joe. Okay, so watch Jill Biden give the Woman of Courage Award to a dude. Like, this is just like really woke. Terrible stuff
yeah.
is going on. There's a
I
dude
love
back
how
here.
men are just better at being women than we are.
Oh my God. What the fuck? It's like every time you turn around, man, it's like they're just trying to insert these dudes into women's stuff. I mean, and the poor women, like, they're just like, yeah, I support women. I support all rights of all women. Yay. You know damn well what they're thinking. They're like, dude, get your dumb ass out of here. Anyway, here it is.
In Argentina, Alba Ruada is a transgender woman who was kicked out of classrooms, barred for sitting for exams, refused job opportunities, subjected to violence, and rejected by her family. But in the face of these challenges, she worked to end violence and discrimination against the LGBTQI+ community in Argentina.
At least that one's actually trying to be a woman. You know? Some of them just put on a wig and some makeup and they're like, I'm a woman now.
Anyway, I mean, the fact that people just accept this stuff, like, yay, I got my little prize. And it's like, okay, you feel good about this?
Yeah, I
Feel good about
wanted
yourself,
you to.
really?
I wanted you to get me one of those new Hershey bars for Women's Day.
Wait a minute. There's a Hershey bar?
Yeah.
No.
Check it out. And then in response,
All right.
Daily Wire
Hershey.
made their own Hershey bar. The he, him, and the she, her bar. It was ridiculous trolling on both sides. Like, if you go to IHateHersheys.com, you can buy the Daily Wire version. But here, I'll send you a picture of the Hershey bar. I thought it
see
was
it.
mint because it's
see it.
got green on it, but it's not.
No, it's not mint. It's but there's the Hershey. I love you apple biters. You know that. I think y'all are great. I just like, but all of this stuff is just meant to divide us. Just really is. It's fucking crazy. I mean, like, first off, who doesn't?
Why isn't it?
Ever
Why isn't
celebrate?
it pink?
I don't know. What? That's a good point. Why is it? It is kind of baby blue though, but I don't know. But they have other colors. They have the yellow, the red, the
How do I
multiple
get
color.
one?
The Hershey.
Go to IHateHersheys.com. It's a Daily Wire made.
So they're gonna have a
their own.
Hershey bar during men's. Is there a men's day?
No.
We celebrate men. We don't get that, do we? Yeah. Probably not. Okay. Sorry, I asked. Okay, fine. I don't want my day. You can just forget about it. This is kind of strange. So Salem, Ohio. Kind of strange. They're noticing some weird stuff going on with the axles of the train. I don't know what to make of this, but here's a quick clip. This is Tim True Channel on BitChute. Here we go.
Yeah, it was doing that for a few for a while before it went up, but
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
how did
They're
they not
saying it might
notice
be.
that?
People are thinking it was sabotage. There's a lot of that being
What
talked
is
about.
this supposed to be?
The train before it derailed. They're saying that it's something. I don't. The brake.
That's apparently the one that derailed.
Yeah.
So that was there was a front set of wheels on a whatever you call it.
They're
The
saying
freaking car was locked
I
up.
guess
there,
people are
right?
making a claim that there's something about. There's some weird stuff about the
What's
red
going on?
vehicle.
That was sparks. So either that set of wheels was locked up, or that set of wheels was off the track and just being dragged along, which happens actually all the time.
Yeah, it could be. But at the same time, you've heard some different reports about like some of those chemical tankers, like they're really built to withstand like these type of crashes. I mean, at the speed they're going, the fact that
They've
so many of
also
them were
shown
ruptured.
they've also shown some of the tracks themselves being in horrible shape. Like
I have
they
seen
had-
that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
I
happened to all the
sent you something
infrastructure
from-
bill stuff?
Oh,
Then they want to blame Trump. They're like, it was Trump's fault.
Mhm.
like I literally want to make a meme, like, it's like everything is his fault now. Everything. Like, nothing. Dude, it's unbelievable how they just blame the dude for everything. He's only been around for over 2 years and he's still fucking shit up.
If it was a setup,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be this ahead of time. They would have either basically just bombed, had an explosive on it, which would have only been seen at the point when it went off, or they would have messed the track up to cause a derailment, right? Something to cause a derailment. And then after the derailment, then you go and you pop the canisters and pour it out in the ditches and light it on fire, which they did, right? So do we really know for sure that there was any chemical spill before they decided to pop them all open, drain them out and light it on fire? There was a fire, but we don't, we don't know for sure that there was an actual chemical spill prior to them doing it.
I don't think there was. I think they opened the damn things up. I think there was
Well, they
some
did.
weird
They
shit,
admittedly did. A bunch of them.
Right.
They said
But
that
the whole
their
thing
fire-
sounds asinine to me.
They said it was too hot and they were going to pop, so
Right.
we're going to just open them up to prevent an explosion. We're just and
Right.
having it spread. We're just going to open them up and spread it out and light it on fire. It's literally like what they were saying. That type of shit. Like it made no sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
you saw that
whatever.
explosion and that gas cloud and all that stuff.
Yeah, no,
Pretty
but
wild.
you're right. Those canisters don't pop. I was
No, they
listening to
don't.
a dude that was well experienced in train wrecks, and
Sure.
he's like, they wouldn't have popped. All they got to do is pour water on them.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it.
If they're heating up and there's that chance that they might rupture, just keep pouring hot water on. Is all you got to do. It's all they ever do. And
Mm-hmm.
if there was one that lost containment, oh well. But instead, this time there was like what, 5 of them, 5 or 9 or something that they cracked open, poured it in a
Right.
ditch, and lit it
Right.
all on fire.
Yeah.
Freaking
And there's been
crazy.
more. I don't know how many guys you know out there. I mean, how many train wrecks have there been since that one in Ohio? Have there been like 4 more or something like that? There's been like way too many train wrecks like happening.
I wouldn't say it's a lot. How many is there usually?
Not
There's
that
a lot
many.
of trains every day on the go, man. There's
True,
thousands of
true.
trains.
But these wrecks, dude, are like like I think it's been more chemical wrecks. And then there was a
They
chemical
were-
factory that went up in flames, and there was like I don't know, there's just some weird shit going on. Like, remember the food processing plants that were all catching fire when Biden first, came in? Like, how many of those caught fire like within a few months of each other? It was nuts. So, 5 in Ohio, says Oil Green. 5. 1 in Florida, Beth. Okay. Yeah, see? I don't know, man. There's some, they're doing some strange shit. And again,
I think it's not much different than anything in 300 and something million people. You can get evidence that makes something look like a lot. Like all those food processing plants, it wasn't a bunch of food processing plants burned down. It's that there was fires at them. There's fires at plants all the time, all kinds of plants. And then they put it out
Yeah.
and they keep production going that day or the next day.
but there was a pattern there, and it was just strange.
Well, it
that-
looked like it. What I'm saying is, I don't think. Go pull the numbers and the stats, and you're going to find out that it wasn't anything. If it started really amounting to something, like let's say the Ohio, the West Palestine bit, if it was that same scenario, or not exactly, but to have that type of environmental impact, then yeah, we have an issue. But
The
there's
Warner's
only
Funny
been
Farm,
there's only that one that
yeah.
had that level of impact.
I gotta be honest with you. I think this is either, it's either a sabotage type event that's maybe taking place on some deep state level, or it's just, I don't know. Either, I think that's really what comes down for me. I mean, from what I've seen, it's too much of this stuff in the news cycle, at least, happening so frequently now, and the way this stuff happens, like it comes, and then, like, you're right. I mean, stuff happens, but dude, it's like, I don't know, man. It's just too much in one small time period. Anyway, that's my thought on it. I just think he makes a point. He says, was acts of sabotage are common in wartime. I think that might be something to think about. Are we in a war? I mean, kind of a covert war right now. There's something going on behind the scenes. I don't know, maybe, but anyway. Let's see. All right, so let's listen in a little bit more. We'll hear some of this.
The official story is that this whole train crash is the result of an overheated bearing. But what are we actually seeing in this surveillance footage? We have one video and one photo from Salem, Ohio, taken around the same time at around 8:12 to 8:13 p.m. And this is the only color photo or video I've seen of the train in the lead up to the crash. We can see the color of the fire looking thing underneath the train car. We see some sort of a flare underneath this boxcar, which appears to burn yellowish orange / white. In the video that we see a minute earlier, if the timestamps are correct, we see a much more pronounced fire, raging at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 locations.
No.
Not just under the car, but also seemingly engulfing the top part of the car as well. And for a brief instant, we can actually see some flashes ahead of the primary burn. So this was around 8:12 to 8:13 p.m. And then there's a big gap and we don't have any visuals for 33 minutes. The next and last footage we have before the crash is from New Waterford, Ohio. In this footage, we see a bright fire-looking thing underneath. Interestingly, it almost seems more like a light than a fire, though we do appear to see some sparks emanating from this lit region. This is a sustained fire for the length of the entire shot, burning bright at a single point. It's so bright that it looks like a flashlight at the beginning of the shot, shining onto the land as it drives by. And it seems to act almost like a spotlight as it drives by, lighting up the land. And then at the precise moment the spotlight hits the camera, you see the top of the porch light up as well. Now, I don't know what to make of this, but as soon as the spotlight hits
because the contrast on the
where the
video
camera is,
changed on the camera.
you can see the top roof lights up. I don't know if that's supposed to be, or actually
It's not
is,
very bright.
being lit up specifically by this fire that's...
So if that's the same train, for one, that's not the chemical cars, right? That's some other cars that's not carrying the chemicals. And this probably was what caused the derailment. The wheels came right off. They're melting down. It's not a fire. There's nothing there to burn, right? It's metal. It's just, I mean, not to say it's not fire, but it's just molten metal heating up. And probably the wheels came off and she derailed, I guess. Sorry, did I interrupt your video?
Where did he go?
I don't know. He just.
Oh, I'm here. Sorry.
Probably annoyed.
I thought I was talking. I forgot I was muted. My bad. But no, I was just saying to you, like, yeah, I agree with you. The whole thing with the light and stuff that you talked about is kind of bogus because that's just camera. That's just a flare from the camera, and it's just making it overexposure. It's just making it look like a light. But
It's like when the camera changes from daytime to nighttime view. There's all different levels of daytime and nighttime views, right? And it'll go through and pick the proper contrast given the current lighting levels. So when you shine a light on it, the camera will change altogether.
We'll see what they're going to do with it. There's a lot of reports about what might happen to those people over there, and they're thinking that they're going to try to force them out of their homes and out of that area, especially the Amish. And the Amish are like, we're not leaving. You guys can F off. You're going to take on our land. But so they're going to use some EPA bullshit to say, oh no, there's too much pollution here. You got to leave, and again, it's a mind fuck, right? They love doing this stuff to insert the idea that the government has the right to do this. And so then you see it and you believe it can happen. And then it just becomes common. Like, oh, the government can tell me what to do. This is how it's going to go down, or people will believe, yeah, they're just doing it to, save them, to save lives and whatever. And, it might be bogus. It might not be as toxic as they say. How do you know really, I mean, it depends on who you believe. So anyway, do you trust the EPA? I don't know. The EPA was the one that came down and said that the air around the World Trade Centers was safe to breathe. The pile was fine. Get in there. Don't wear a respirator. You're good. All those people have literally died, like of some sort of lung issues. Okay, and so yeah, do I trust the EPA? Fuck no. I don't trust the goddamn word they say. They were the ones that told us that the pile was safe, and all those people went to work on 9/11 are fucked up now because of it. So. And then they didn't want to help them or pay for their medical bills or anything. Those poor people suffered. So yeah, at the end of the day, whatever these people are saying we'll see what happens. But
there should be people arrested for this, for doing that, for releasing all that shit and lighting it on fire.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
So before they did it, they get approval from who is it for the state? not a senator, but the whoever
governor?
the state, yeah, the state governor of two states, both Pennsylvania and Ohio, signed off on it. Well, I wouldn't say signed, but they both okayed it before they did it. There's no way that should be illegal. Like, I know in my country.
Well,
it would
how
be
the
legal.
hell
I
could
don't know
you
how the
do
hell it
that
happened
and
in
not?
the US.
How could you do that and not tell people you're about to just like this noxious cloud of shit over your town? Like, how can you not warn people? Like, how
There's
was that?
Sure, yeah, that's a good point. They should have evacuated the town first,
Right, or at least
entirely.
give them fair warning, like, hey, we're about, this might be, you might want to leave for a few days because it's going to be kind of smelly, or, there might be some fumes you want to breathe. And then, we saw a bunch of reports of dead animals and whatnot. So, was that, dude, the whole thing is so, clouded in judgment, but I don't know. I just don't trust.
Environmentally, you
or
never
don't.
light anything on fire, man. You lose it goes away, it goes into the atmosphere, right?
Yeah, of course.
And then rains back down on the ground anyway.
Yeah.
So you leave it on the ground and you dig it up, you suck it up, you do whatever, and you take it away and you bury it somewhere really deep or reprocess it. You don't light it on. This is environmental common sense, right? You don't light the shit on fire. I don't even know how it's not illegal. There should be people going to prison for that. Unbelievable. Oh man, it's messed up. It's like our world's so damn stupid.
Philo, you leave my groupie alone. Okay, you leave my groupie alone. You just, there's giving Hebrew a hard time because he loves me. All right. So look, there's that. I mean, you check some more of this stuff out. It's all over. Yeah, just what's happening? Wait and see what the. All right, this is weird. I want Noble to see this. Okay.
Hey, yo, beef, just one sec.
Yeah.
Lift the Veil dude there, Nathan had on a couple of clips when that first happened, within the first day of that train derailment. And there was this younger person who's a chemist, and they were going on. Actually, was an Asian, almost kid, a
Yeah, I
young
saw
Asian
that.
person, and
Yep.
they were explaining how it turns into sulfuric acid after it comes in contact with O2 in
Right.
the air. Like, you're going to get sulfuric acid from this combination. It's like, holy shit, man. No one else has heard mention that anywhere. Talk about acid rain.
I love my chiropractor, Joe. Just, you know what? Just, hey, what happens in the office stays in the office. Okay, Joe? All right. That's all I'm going to say. Listen, I wanted you to see this because there was that huge earthquake in Turkey. Did you see some of the pictures from that devastation? Like what it did to the land and
Mainly
stuff?
just early on.
Yeah, well, dude, like, it's kind of crazy. Okay, so I find this a little odd. I can't believe. I mean, I guess it could happen, whatever. But okay, I just thought this was strange. So what happened was a tree was like right in the middle of a separation in the earth, and it literally just sliced the tree right in half. So 250 feet away is the other half of the tree. I just wanted you to see this. Here we go.
Dur ya.
Gel gel karşıya geç. Allah yخليك göster عن.
Hakikaten bu ağaç kendisi
There's
bu.
there's the tree right there. There's half of it.
Yarısı bu,
Or
yarısı
down that half that way.
This is crazy. Now watch.
Diğer ağaçın
Look where the
yarısı
other
da
half
burada.
is.
Allah'ım ya Rabbim.
Wow.
Holy
7-8 metre
fuck,
gitmiş.
bro.
That's amazing.
Isn't
Yeah, it's
that
because of the
amazing?
root. The roots are so
The
strong.
roots, yeah, the roots are.
But
yeah.
that's a lot of feet sideways.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Ağaçın yarısı bu.
I'm just saying the power of that quake, man, to do that. That's fucking. I mean, that kind of puts it in perspective. I was gonna say, a lot of people thought like, okay, do you believe like they can create earthquakes and tsunamis and stuff? And do you think we have that power to do that?
No, well, not exactly. You could trigger one early, but you can't create it out of nothing. No.
Do you think we could create an earthquake if we knew how to, like, if we could like direct energy weapon it or something like that, and maybe create a fault to move in some way? Or
It would kind
if
of
you
have to
believe in
already be under
faults and-
pressure, and then you could shake and release the pressure for sure. I mean, in theory,
Okay.
right? Because that's kind of usually it's under pressure, and then it pops and lets go, right?
Yeah.
So
I
if
think
you
they
could
could
shake
create
it,
a-
it would pop and let go
Yeah.
earlier.
I think they could create a tsunami type of situation, like using a really high explosive under the ocean.
Apparently,
and
they
then,
have tsunami bombs. I think
Tsunami
China
bomb,
does
yeah.
or Russia.
Well,
China.
America has them, you know. I mean, I think that's what we were seeing. Like, you know, when we see the nuclear footage and we'd see the bomb blow up under the water, and then I think that was a tsunami bomb, and then basically, like, it would just create this large tidal wave that would, like, you know, take out boats. But yeah, what would it do to the coastline, right?
I actually, to tell you the truth, I don't know if they could really create a tsunami bomb ish. Like, a tsunami is like the land moves. So if you have like land, but then you have a cliff. So like when land goes from flat and one side becomes really high or really low, so it drops up or drops down, right? So you create a cliff under the ocean, and the water has to shift to match it, which means now you have this tall and unbalanced amount of water, and it just falls over.
But you could shift water with an explosion, though, right?
Well, but the volume, so if you imagine, like, you have flat land and then you have a cliff, right? So whether one half of the land went down or one half went up to create the cliff, it doesn't matter. But you have a massive amount, and you have that for maybe hundreds of miles of ocean, and you change the level of part of the land, and then the water just automatically just falls, kind of almost falls over. Of course, it's all very rounded, so it doesn't fall exactly, but it levels off like very quickly. But it's for hundreds and hundreds of miles wide and long. And then it comes in and it when it hits the land, which is basically like hitting another wall, kind of gradual, right? The weight, like a wave builds up, right? It gets higher and higher, just like a breaker wave, and then that will cause a tsunami. That's why a tsunami wave in the ocean is only a couple inches in height.
True,
but it's like
you won't even know it
every direction, and then all of that combines and comes together at the shore to create the height in the wave. So the tsunami. A big part of the creation of the tsunami is the volume, like millions and millions and millions of cubic volume of water that gets displaced, right?
So to displace
I don't
that
think
much
they can
water
do
would
that
take
much with explosion.
That kind of energy. Well,
And it's only popping it. It's only causing a wave. It's not causing a displacement. You understand what I mean when I say displacement?
Of the magnitude
Because there's a cliff created, it causes a displacement scenario where it falls.
So 100 megatons. Let's go 100 megaton, like atomic bomb. Like, let's say, you know me and my atomic bomb theory, but let's just say 100 megaton atomic bomb under the ocean. Because imagine could do it, don't you think?
I don't know.
I don't know,
but it would be different in any case because it's like a pop. You know, it's not like it's an explosion. It's not a displacement of water of millions and like
but it is, isn't it? Because it's underneath the like if that bomb went, when it has to displace water away.
You would cause you would cause a wave, you know, a ripple wave, a typical wave.
Well, that's what tsunami does. It's a ripple, right?
But it's volume. It's a massive amount of volume of water shifting.
Correct. But you'd have to shift that volume.
It's not a popping from an explosion. It's
okay.
just different like that. And then that's like the argument I was kind of arguing against. You know, the idea of the one where a bunch of land falls in the water, and that causing a tsunami. I don't even think that's really much possible. I mean, like, yeah, you might wipe out one house on the coast, but you're not going to flatten any part of the city.
So what makes a tsunami so bad is that it's like wave after wave of shit. Like, it keeps coming at you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It gets higher and higher because of the way it reacts when it gets to
I think with a tsunami if it was an artificial one, I don't know if it would have that same ripple effect. You know, maybe that's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
Yeah, it wouldn't have
a
that
wave,
same volume.
but it wouldn't have. I don't know, man. It's interesting to think about. Like,
you've seen the ones in Japan, right? They come in and then another layer comes in.
You know what?
And then another layer, and the other layers aren't going out. It just keeps getting deeper or higher.
Dude, you know what I'd love to do is, like, in a lab, build like a big, container of water, and then create like a tsunami the normal way that they get created, and you could do that, and then take an explosive and do it underneath the water and see the difference. That would be kind of cool to study. I don't know how I'd do it. Saying like that, that's one way you could do it. You could kind of test this theory out.
I actually don't. I would be surprised if they could have large enough explosion, like maybe a lot of them simultaneously, maybe, but just to get the sheer volume of water to move. Holy cow, dude! Like, a tsunami's a lot because it's hundreds of miles worth. It's a lot. Like, there's not bombs that big.
Well, that we know of. I always think
And
I don't
I'm talking
know.
about a single bomb as well.
But of course,
I mean,
me,
like
I'm
a
like
bunch.
Mr. Anti-Nuke. I think that was a huge like psyop in a lot of ways. You know, I don't know.
The
I feel like-
radiation isn't. I don't for the once you use it up, essentially. Not that it's entirely used up. There's some isotopes still floating around, but generally speaking, the fallout is not as I don't think as bad as they said. And kind of obviously, or
Isn't
there wouldn't
there
be anybody
always-
living in Japan today, right?
Right,
That was only
right.
in the 60s, and those cities are all done, all populated.
They're
Everything's
fine.
fine.
Everything's fine.
It's
Yeah.
because it uses it up. Like you're causing the
Yeah, but
reaction.
there
to
should be
happen.
nobody there for about 100,000 years. Of
From the fear mongering that they give us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
so a nuclear power plant's different though, because that's not the reaction for a bomb. You know, when you make the bomb, you want the reaction. You don't want to lose any fuel for no reason. You want that shit to blow up. So it's very efficient on reacting and using it up somewhat.
I want to talk to Joe here. Joe, what are you talking about Jim Morrison, bro? In a video. I called Jim Morrison. What? I don't know what he's talking about. I didn't call Jim Morrison. No, I used to call like businesses and stuff, talk Mandela. Remember I called
can call
Skechers
him
and stuff. That was some crack research when I called that freaking the chicks
Little
who
Debbie.
designed. The Little Debbie was good too. And then the one where I called that chick who designed that Skechers shoe wear, and on the patent it said Skechers with a T.
Is that
And I
how
was
you get
like,
the phone number from the patent?
Yeah,
Is that what
dude, no, I found it. Well, I got the patent, and it was a Skechers patent with a T, and it had this chick's name on there. This engineer that worked
You
at
Googled
Skechers.
her name.
Dude, I called Skechers and I just asked to talk to her. Like I was like, and they were like, okay. I'm like, no shit. And
You
so
like
here
get a
I
hold
am.
of the right building somehow.
It was yeah, right. Like I called the right. I don't know how the hell. Anyway, so I talked to this chick, and she's an Asian lady, and she's like, "Oh, it must be autocorrect and all that stuff." I'm like, man, I don't know. There's a T on your damn patent. That's not Skechers that we all know and love. You not remember Skechers with a T? You know, just asking the typical stuff like somehow I was gonna wake her up right there and like, oh shit, my company fucked. You know, like what did I expect her to do? I don't know. But I just thought, you know,
What
at
is
that time
everyone talking about?
when I called Skechers,
No, Dan. It says Danny pretended to be Jim Morrison, and Felix says Jim called you. Is everyone just like messing with us right now?
dude, I am so you called Jim called you, Dan. No, what the fuck are y'all talking about?
Cranberry
Dude,
Delight.
now everybody's just jumping on. And you know what these guys are? I've taught them to troll, and then now they're just using their powers against me. That's what they're doing. This audience is just, my audience is turned on me, man. They're crazy. I did not call Jim Morrison. I don't know what y'all talking about.
And then you pretended to be Jim Morrison. I
I didn't
don't know
pretend to
what-
be Jim Morrison. I don't even know how to act like Jim Morrison. What the hell? Jim Morrison in what
Is that the
character?
fake name that you gave when you
No.
called? I don't know.
No. Did I?
I'm just trying
No.
to figure this out.
I don't either. I'm so lost. I think y'all are shifty. Very
just messing
shifty.
with us.
Yeah. Okay. Dan Morrison. Oh my God. Go-kart. Okay. You know, I'm done with y'all. Y'all are just this is worse than the Bears. Okay. Let's
You
see.
know, there's a lot
All
of
right.
stuff that happened during
There is.
Mandela periods that we
Yeah.
try to keep record of.
And dude, when I go back and I look at some of the shit, I don't even remember. Like it's so weird. Like,
Do you remember the big issue in Australia where all their satellite dishes didn't work? It's like, oh, hey, we got to align them all. We're like, no wonder, look at Australia. No wonder it doesn't line
well,
up
there was
with
all
the
kinds of shit.
satellites.
Remember planes
Well, where's
landing in the
that?
wrong? Remember that plane that landed on the wrong fucking runway, and it was like, oh, the GPS was fucked up. Yeah, because the world's shifting and fucking moving
Yeah,
around.
there was a period where there was
Yeah.
GPS issues and
Yes.
satellite issues, and
Yes.
Australia was a major one. Like satellites across Australia weren't lined up
Well,
anymore.
remember that? Well, remember right at Mandela that the NH plane, the one that went missing and shit. Like I think that shit just vanished, bro. That's like,
Oh,
that shit's gone, bro. That shit's in another reality.
Malaysian flight, was it?
Yeah, the Chinese was it Chinese or
Is Malaysian, I believe.
Malaysia, yeah, Malaysia. Yeah, what happened to that dude? They never even. Then they try to lie to us and say, "Oh yeah, these plane parts are from that plane. Yeah, from it crashed in the ocean. Nothing to see here." I'm like, bullshit, bullshit. No, you just don't lose planes. Okay, you just don't lose them unless it's 9/11. Oh yeah, no, yeah, we lost us. I don't know where it went. It's the fucking was here. Oh, and remember the terrorists turned off the transmitters and stuff so they could like to read the manual. Like that's like somehow those crack engineers with the box cutters got there and fucking took out like hit the plane from satellite view or whatever. Like okay, like that whole story, dude. When you really break it down, so dumb. But anyway, that plane went missing, and it was like right around Mandela. And I'm
The
just
cell
like,
phone calls alone are so absurd.
oh, the cell phone calls are the best, man. There's no fucking way.
You get cell phones, like cell phone signals don't go up. It's just the design of the
I know
the antennas. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't go up. It's a mushroom shape. Like basically, you get couple hundred feet above a cell phone tower, and there's no more signal. So
Right.
if you're going up in a plane, there's no signal up there. It's
I
just
know.
that's not how it works, dude.
I know. It's
It
so
is so
fucking
bad.
crazy.
And that was
Yeah.
back in whatever it was, 2000.
I literally am a satellites don't exist either kind of person. I'm like, there's no fucking way. Like TV satellites are being broadcast by larger dishes. And they're pointing that shit up in the air and they're beaming it to an area of the sky and bouncing it off the ionosphere or wherever the fuck. They're bouncing that shit and you're pointing your dish and grabbing the signal. It's point to point. And it makes no sense that it's a dish because you're telling me with all the shit in space that nothing would hit that dish. I mean, it would take the smallest little bit
So
of
how does
dust
it work, Dan?
so you've seen the big large like SETI dishes, like the big ones. They're beaming signals up into the sky, and then your dish is capturing that. It's like point to point, right? So
So
you're just pointing it to a
if
certain part of the sky
satellite
where that signal is.
if satellites were real, would my cell phone actually work?
Yeah, your
in
cell
the
phone would
woods?
work great if they were real. I think they do.
Yeah.
They are real. Like they probably have them tethered on balloons or something. Like that one that remember the one that crashed in Brazil, and that fucking the Brazilians are like, look at this shit, and got fucking NASA on the side of it and tethered balloon, and it looked like a goddamn satellite. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of what we've been saying for a while. Like that shit's not probably real and hanging up there in space. Because if you look at those videos, like when you get up there, it's so calm, man. There's no wind, no nothing. That shit could just hang up there. I mean, technically, I guess you could have a satellite for a bit, I guess, as long as the
Uh-oh.
balloons stay lit. But yeah, anyway,
Dan,
that's what.
Kitten needs to know if you're Team Haley or Team Selena.
Oh no. All right,
Talent-
tell that
talent
goofy story.
kitten.
Tell that goofy story. What's going on in the in the celebrity world there? What's happening?
So, with all this that's going on in the world,
Yeah.
TikTok is obsessed with the fact that Hailey Bieber insulted Selena Gomez's eyebrows. And this fight has been going on for 4 weeks now.
God, help me.
And they've been dragging up all this old evidence of like how Justin might still be in love with Selena and how Hailey was a crazy stalker and all this craziness just because she didn't like the other girl's eyebrows.
Okay.
So whose side are you on, Dan?
I think I'm Team Haley
Why?
because I'm hoping that those young people stay together. You know, just I don't want to see another relationship ruined over eyebrows.
She's crazy.
Is she though, or is that just your media?
Read her old tweets. She was
Okay.
obsessed
And
with
Selena Gomez isn't a little cray cray. She's all put together, huh? Okay, all right.
I just don't like her face, okay?
You sound like you're like, listen, Dan. I don't like her
She
face.
just has a mean face.
She's got to have a mean face. She's hanging out with Justin Bieber. You got to keep that boy in line. He's crazy. You got to have resting bitch face all the time. You know this is true. You mean every time he goes out, you know that whore might, even with his fucked up face, he's still getting girls.
I don't think he did a Instagram thing for his birthday. His face looked back to normal, but is it like
Oh.
stuck? Like,
I
can
don't.
he smile and stuff? Like, is it
Did he
just like
swallow?
stuck
What are you
out?
talking about? What's wrong with
Justin
his
Bieber.
face?
Remember?
He's got like
Yeah,
Bell's palsy or
after he got the
something.
jab, his face like
Really?
locked up. Yeah.
Hmm.
You didn't see that shit?
No.
Yeah. His face, dude. And one side of his face, he couldn't. It was paralyzed.
He's probably was half devastated. He's like, "Oh my god, my looks."
Well, he canceled his tour, man. Yeah, he was fucked up for
Bet
a
you
while.
be pissed. Like
Dude.
mess with his looks.
I know. He looked all like kind of like he was taking it in stride. Though I gotta give him credit because my face fucked up like that, I'd be tripping. I'd be like, oh my god! I'm like, man, my face is fucked. Oh. I'd probably cry. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, shit.
Well, his songs aren't that great. It's obviously his face that
I'm
people-
cuter than Justin, so that would have been just devastating for me. I'm like, fuck.
Early on, he
kidding.
went and got a freaking big owl tattoo, right? Like,
Yeah, I'm sure.
not even a good owl. It was like the typical freaking
Kimberly says,
like Bohemian
"Isn't
Grove
Justin
owl.
Bieber also
yeah.
Miley
Like, what are
Cyrus?"
you doing? He's so
I think he
bad.
is.
Oh,
He's
okay.
a dumb kid. But did you see the image I made as you were on? You're on the topic about the satellite there. I thought
Yeah.
you reminded me about this image that I had made.
Okay.
Did I show you this before?
Uh-uh.
Do you know what
Oh,
it
no.
is?
It's the Earth.
It's the rainbow.
Good guess, Fizzy. Did you know because it was blue? I picked the blue color on purpose. It's like,
Okay.
it's a proper proportional size of the Earth. Well, what we're told, of course, right? Of the Earth and the different layers of atmosphere. This is to proportion. This is just so I get an idea, right?
Okay.
I just
Now, is that a
double-clicked.
flat Earth or is that supposed to be the ball?
It's supposed to
This
show
is-
the inside, cores and things.
No, this is for the. This is officially, so it's not flat.
Inside cores.
This is.
There is no core of the Earth. Man. God, get with it.
There's something hot down there.
Order a pizza and then come talk to me.
After the dirt,
Cool.
there's crust, and then there's stuff underneath that's like lava.
All right, check it out. Do you see the red? Do you see the actually? I can't remember the black, which was the original circle I made for the size of the Earth. Right? Like I had to use a calculator to pull and the graph, a graph sort of set up on the image maker in order to do this mathematically or proportionally correct. I think this. I can't remember the black line is either like 1 kilometer or 5 kilometers. Anyway, but what I do know, the Earth is the size of the Earth, so we're told. The red is 30,000 feet. So the red is maximum where an airplane flies.
Right.
Or sorry, maybe it was 60. Shit, I gotta look again. It's the first layer of atmosphere. So you know they got different names for atmospheres, right?
Right, right.
The ionosphere and the sphere and that.
So it kind of
These-
shows you.
These
how-
are the actual layers, by depth. And it's
so you're saying, can you
proportionate.
see some curvature at that height?
Well, that's one angle of it, but it's also like, well, how high are the planes off the Earth? How high are the
Do you
clouds? The
see
clouds are below the
the
planes, right?
curvature?
So
Yeah.
the clouds are in probably about middle red, maybe a little above middle red. It's just to give sort of an eyeball figure, because all the images they show, and even when you Google atmosphere images and they show you ones on posters, or it's all bullshit. Like the clouds are almost touching the damn surface of the freaking Earth, right? When you're looking at it from any distance, like the clouds are very close, and
Sure.
and the planes aren't that much more, and that's basically the point, that in this red ring is where everything that we see, like planes and clouds, happen. Everything, and then after that, and yeah, like you said, okay, well, can you, if you were up in a plane, should you be able to see curvature? I don't think this is the greatest model to get that idea, but it gives you a little bit of a hint in that direction, I guess. Be like,
sure,
yeah, it's probably a pretty slim chance
Where
that you're going to see
where is the
anything
curvature?
dip away there,
Right.
because you can only see not much of anything on the ground, kind of, but not in any buildings much in detail at 30 to 40,000 feet. But yeah,
I miss flat Earth sometimes, man. I really do. I miss it. I miss I remember like when that shit was just like all the rage. That was crazy back in
I
that
probably
was
spent a
wild.
good
that
hour
whole
making
part
this
of life,
damn
and I'm
freaking picture.
You know what's cool about that is I actually did that in CAD as well. But I like how you did the colors. That's kind of cool. You can see the different layers. But yeah, that's what I came to. I was like, dude, when you put a plane like way up there in 30,000 feet or so, whatever, and it, like you were saying, it might even be higher. Yeah, it's like, dude, you probably wouldn't see much curvature.
You're talking
honestly.
feet, not miles.
Yeah.
In order to see, like it's big. I think the main point is that it's big. Like
Right.
it like, and the clouds are like not that high up for how big it is. I think that's one of my biggest issues is
Plus,
that
then in that
everyone's assumption, including my own all my
Right.
life, was that the clouds and all the images they show, digital images, the Google, like the NASA image, everything, they show the clouds way above the earth. They're not.
Right.
They're
Right.
like, if you look above, they're like almost touching the freaking surface. If you look at it from a globe or
Sure.
whatever, like a model, like, no, dude, like the clouds are skimming the freaking dirt. So I don't know. It's just mainly that's.
No, I
kinda
get it,
like my
man.
big
That's
point.
cool.
Yeah,
That's very
thought
cool.
I'd show you my waste of time.
Dan, do you like ranch?
Oh, girl, please. Ranch is like a staple down here in Texas. Are
I sent you a
kidding?
picture of
Oh my God, I love some
Ranch's
ranch.
newest product, and I thought of you
Really?
immediately. Hmm.
Okay. All right. Cool. Let me pull it up then.
It's only available at Walmart for a limited time.
Is it? Okay.
Hmm.
I see a dog.
No, in the Scarab Crew.
Oh, in the crew. Okay.
Yeah, that's a man. He bought a
that's
$25,000 dog suit, and
I think I saw. Is that the one where he? Yeah, we'll watch that. But yeah. Okay, for people, just so you know, there's this is disgusting. There is actually ranch ice cream. That's gross.
you know what else?
I don't
came
like
up
it that
with weird
much.
products.
I don't think. Yeah, that's gross.
I keep getting ads for Kraft macaroni and cheese gummies. They look like mac and cheese and they taste like mac and cheese and they're gum. How disgusting! What is wrong with people?
I don't know.
People are so desperate for nostalgia, they're just ruining the world.
I'm sorry. What was you saying?
I keep getting this ad, especially late at night when they know that I'm hungry,
Okay.
for Kraft macaroni and cheese gummies.
Okay. Kraft macaroni and cheese gummies.
Yeah, gummies that taste like mac and cheese and look like the little noodles. Gross.
That again, yeah, gross. I don't know what to say about that.
They also have hot dog ones.
Yeah.
But those are a surprise mystery flavor, and I don't even want to know. I want to know what that is.
This one is for the ladies. I just want to send you this one, or show you this one. This is like, just beware. There are some men who give like literally no shits at all, and this dude's one of them. Here we go.
I got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas. Now, for the past few days, I've been going live, telling my story, speaking my truth. And a lot of women having an issue calling me a deadbeat because I tell them I was being irresponsible, not wearing protection. But I always tell these women that I got pregnant that I do not want to be a father to these children. And I offer to pay for the abortion. Majority of the time, they'll either take the abortion or they'll take a plan B. But only these 7 have kept these children. But the crazy thing about it is they want me to be responsible for some children I told them I did not want. So for some years now, some of them been trying to get in contact with me, access denied, because I don't really know why they're trying to get in contact with me. I didn't told you I did not want them kids. So don't expect me to be responsible financially, emotional, spiritually, mentally, or physically with some kids I do not want. And I don't give a fuck what nobody think about it. You're not going to force children up on me. Yeah, we both made the decision to lay down and have intercourse. We both was irresponsible about the decisions we made that night. Yeah, I could have pulled out, but I didn't. Because I'm not the one that's going to have to carry a baby for 9 months.
It ain't my problem.
Rolling? Oh my god.
Be more careful on who they sleep with. Because you're gonna be like,
you shouldn't sleep with me.
Financially supporting kids. I didn't told her or them I did not want. Another thing is these just jump offs. These are the type of women that I ain't even had to do nothing for. The bare minimum, but they gave me access to their body, and they think I want to be a father to a child for one of them? Wait, I don't even have no type of love for these women. How do they expect me to love these children? Before y'all say, oh, he irresponsible, deadbeat, he don't take accountability. Yeah, I do. I just don't give a fuck. You ain't gonna force these children on me when I told you I ain't want them. Yeah, I can offer to pay for abortion, but at what point can I force a woman to go get an abortion? I cannot. A woman say, my body, my choice, but I say, it's my life, my choice. Before y'all try to stitch this shit and be like, black man this, black man that, I don't give a fuck. I really don't.
Okay.
This guy's so bright.
Damn.
He just made this video. Like, they don't even have to do any work. They just hand it to the prosecutor or the judge. I guess not prosecution, but he's handed to the judge, be like, yeah, I want some money. And dude loses his money.
I don't even know why you would like. I don't know, man. That's crazy.
I hope
the
no
fact
one ever
there's
sleeps with
seven.
them again.
Now there's this crazy part is here's what's messed up. There's 7 kids and 7 baby mamas, but the other ones there's more that took the pill or took an abortion to not have his kids. So how many would there actually been? Like, dude, for real, this guy's been busy. Oh my god. Anyway. But that's just like
he keeps it up. He's gonna have enough. One of them will grow up and kill him.
Dude, I'm just saying, like, man, listen, I'm just warning to you girls, just saying, be careful out there. See? Guys like that. Let's see, there's Hershey's. Okay, we did that one. Next up, I don't remember what this one was. Let's see. Oh, nope. This is the bank failure one that came up. Second largest bank failure in U.S. history. Okay, let's take a listen in. I'm not sure what's going on. It's a few minutes, I believe.
Bank in Santa Clara, California today.
They just came out and told us that the bank is shut down.
SVB, the 16th largest bank in the U.S. with $175 billion in deposits, is now the biggest American bank to fail since the 2008 financial crisis. Its customers are primarily businesses and investors in the tech sector.
The root cause of the failure here was a sudden and significant increase in interest rates, which, that part of the job of a bank is to manage interest rate risk, and that didn't happen here.
Earlier this week, SVB disclosed it took a loss on the sale of bonds due to rising interest rates and announced it would sell shares to shore up its balance sheet. Its stock price plunged and customers rushed to take their money out. The FDIC now stepping in, telling customers they will be able to access funds by Monday, but the guaranteed amount per depositor, $250,000.
A heart-stopping moment of this bank is done.
Ashley Trenier is the CEO of healthcare startup Farmbox RX. Unable to access her money today, she fears she could be out more than $10 million.
$250,000 isn't a ton of money to us when you're talking of 8 figures that's in the bank currently.
Concern over today's collapse of SVB drove Wall Street lower. The banking sector alone down more than 4%. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen.
There are recent developments that concern a few banks that I'm monitoring very carefully.
The immediate concern? The cash-burning startups who have millions in SVB and may not be able to access the money they need to pay bills or make payroll.
Deirdre, given what happened today, how much concern is there about the banking sector overall?
Lester, at this point, the issue seems contained to this one bank. SVB was so heavily focused on these startup tech companies that its business model put it in a risky position that the major banks don't face in the same way. Lester?
Deirdre Boza tonight, thank you.
Okay, so there's that. What do you say about that? I mean, this is the beginning of the banking collapse that everybody's been talking about for a long time. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know, man. One thing I'll tell you.
To it.
I'm glad I don't have all my eggs in one basket. Man, they're only giving $250,000 per, for bad, for these accounts. So it's a good thing that I have my my money spread out in 10 different banks, about $250 in each one. I should
guess
be
it
all
wasn't
right.
insured either.
Yeah.
One of the few banks that was not insured. Apparently.
Man. Yeah,
You hear that
I gotta
woman,
just-
owner of what, 8 figures or whatever, or 8 million? I don't know. It's like obviously filthy rich.
Yeah.
From my standpoint.
Sure.
And she thinks that she has $8 million and she thinks it's in the bank. Like, no, it isn't.
Right.
It's not how it works. It's not there. It was gone when you deposited it, you dumb bitch. Like, she has no clue how banking industry works. Clearly,
I couldn't
She
really
literally talks
listen to
it's
her.
in her account. Like, no, it isn't in your account.
Yeah, it's
You
something
have no
about her.
account. It's gone.
I couldn't get past. I was trying to just like unbox those eyebrows, man. Those are some serious like caterpillars on her face. Jesus Christ.
Dan, do
What?
not insult someone's eyebrows.
I'm sorry, dude. Chick had like, did you see
They're
how
gonna-
thick they were? I thought there was something crawling. I was about to slap my screen. It was
I
scary.
noticed her dark eyes that looked like she
Dude.
hadn't slept. in
90s brows are back in style. That's all I have to say.
Man. Whew.
Thin brows are back.
Thin brow. That was the thick brow. That was
Yeah,
like,
those are gone. They look ridiculous. Never liked it.
man. Just. I'm sorry. I tried to listen to her, but I was like, what is up with your face?
We were just
Damn.
talking about Selena and Haley, and it all started with my eyebrow. That's why I said don't.
What are people keep talking about in the chat? What they keep talking? What? Show us, Dan. Show us what? Show us what? Show me
Your eyebrows.
my eyebrows. Oh man, whatever. You want to? Let's see. I'll show some brows. Hold on. Wait a
Oh
minute.
boy.
Hold on. Where's that? Hold
I
on.
liked that 90s picture you posted where you were all preppy.
You like that
was-
one? Okay.
Yeah, that was a good photo. I didn't really
Alright.
notice your brows though.
Yeah.
I wasn't really looking at them.
I have to figure out where I put that. I don't know where I did it. Hold on, let me look. I think it's here. Where's me? Hold on. Wait. Gosh. Sorry, I'm doing this on the fly. So.
I cut my finger today.
Did you?
Yeah, on a can of canned meat, like the rectangle cans they come in.
Right.
I was like doing something like trying to cut it out sideways with a knife, and I just jammed my finger right into that metal, like really effing good. It hurt. And it bled a lot.
Oh no! I got in trouble on Facebook. I just logged in to see that.
No.
Well, apparently I put "Watch your privilege, cracker." I don't know who I said that to. I was
I
just
thought I
kidding
found a
around.
post from,
Apparently,
like, years
probably
ago.
not. They
You're
say
already
that
being
it's something.
canceled 'cause we're all
Your comment goes against our community standards of hate speech.
No, it
No one else
doesn't.
can say it. Really?
It sounded like something the lefty would say.
Cracker.
Right,
I should be okay, yeah, because I'm calling out cracker. I figured they were okay with that anyway.
Exactly.
I didn't use the N word, dude. You know, what I said to Rachel, it was so funny. She was on she posted some video of Russell Brand, and then somebody said, "Oh, I think Russell Brand's controlled opposition." Blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
blah.
he's a show.
And she put like, "Oh, well, if you think that, then you must think I'm controlling opposition. So I had to chime in, and I said, "Listen, Rachel, my comment was verbatim, was something like, I said, everyone knows you're controlled opposition, you chem lung lizard." And then I said, "The only reason we put up with you is because you've got a great ass."
Oh my gosh.
I'm so wrong, dude. I cannot get on Facebook. That's why I can't go to Facebook, man. Every time the troll just comes out at me, man. I'm just like, fuck, I gotta say it. I can't stop myself. I'm awful on Facebook.
She's not.
You don't even want to be
controlled
my
opposition
friend.
anyway. She might be out of control opposition. She's not controlled.
It's just funny. I just like funny. She was just like, whatever. But anyway, so I just had to say it. All right, now I'm not banned. It looks like this is block mode. That's cool. I haven't really been in Facebook challenge.
You got all muffly.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's Facebook thing.
It'll come back in a minute.
Yeah. Okay, am I okay now?
Mm,
No.
no.
What the fuck? Dude,
It's coming back a little bit.
Is it? Here's my 90s. Here's my 90s there. Okay. This is me.
We're not seeing anything.
1990. Oh, here it is.
There's your voice.
There you go.
Yeah, there's
1992,
90s
man.
Preppy Dan.
There's Preppy Dan with look at the curly hair, man. I look like a Jew. It's crazy.
It is kind of got that curl to it.
Yeah, I did. I had that. Yeah, I know. Right. I look like I should be in a boy band. No, my hair's naturally curly.
Go to the hair salon for that.
It's just I brush it out and but that shit gets curly, dude.
You shouldn't brush curly hair.
So who's the girls?
Those are my sisters. Cuties, aren't they?
They're both like same two parents.
No, me and Gloria, the same parent, and Tracy is from my mother and her dad. Yeah. So.
I think Noble should marry one of your sisters, and then you can leave it.
Well,
and
they're
Dan,
both married. So.
and Dan can marry my sister.
Oh, can I? Okay. Well,
And
and then we're
then-
all just family, huh? We can
Yeah.
all come over and have scones. It'll be great. I don't know why I said scones.
Well,
Never
she
had
likes to bake, so there you
Well,
go.
that's what I'm thinking. Okay, cool.
She married?
So
Yeah,
my
but
sister's.
He kind of sucks. Oh.
It's his sister.
Oh, my sister's married. Yeah, both of them are married. Yeah. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Do I have anything else to show here? Not really. I think I was just still looking for stuff here. Okay. So what I've got is the last thing we've got is let me close this down and then I'll show the Mandanimals. We have Mandanimals tonight. It's been a minute and can't wait for Fizzy to show us what we got
I
here.
found
So
some
let me.
strange
Cool.
You know, I've watched a bunch of life or ND. What do you call them? ND near-death experience things.
Okay.
There's some channels for that. I hadn't watched any in a while. You know, one of them was saying everybody eventually, like everyone looks 30 years old, basically, after they die, or not long after or something. You know, it was just a couple of stories to it.
Huh.
But you know
What
what's
do you
weird
mean?
is like I look 30 and like I just stopped looking any older after that. Actually, I don't even know if I've ever looked 30. But
I swear to God, my demeanor in a way, I still act like I'm in my 20s. I mean, it's crazy, dude. I can't grow up. I feel like Peter Pan or something.
We all have arrested development, and they want to
We
keep us
have-
that way.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's why we're different. You know, sometimes I think there's a lot of my audience too. I bet you a lot of them are very young at heart kind of people. So.
I keep wondering if we're gonna change, like the whole humanity.
Well, you know what's weird? Growing up, man, like I would see like the adult world, like how everybody like became adults, and to me it sucked. Like I was like, no, man, I never want to lose that kid in me, like
Sure.
that innocence. So I always protected that, you know.
Yeah, I never really wanted to be an adult. I kind of refused to grow up. But on the contrary, like I was mature though, and grew a lot of wisdom and knowledge. But
Yeah.
I didn't want to be an adult. No, they're just idiots.
The hardest part about being this way in life is that people don't take you seriously. They seem to like just think you're,
At least you sound
they think
like
you're
an adult.
unintelligent. And I know, like, yeah, I do. Really. I don't know about that. You can take a poll. I bet you.
People
No,
don't
but-
ask to speak to your parents when you answer the phone.
Oh, that's funny. You know, right? Poor Fizzy.
I thought getting carded for smokes was bad. Is your mommy or daddy home?
Listen, little girl, I need to speak to an adult there, you know. One of those.
Are you supposed to be answering the phone?
Right. Are you
Yes,
over
yes.
18? You know. All right. So how about here we go. We're gonna do some
You're gonna love the first one, Noble. This guy's
right.
crazy.
this is the new fish that Fizzy found. Okay, tell us what's going on here, Fizzy. Okay. All right. Fishy. What is it?
This is a deep sea batfish. And what is
Okay.
besides the face, most deep sea animals have kind of like glowy eyes. You know what I mean? Why does
Yeah.
it have human eyes?
It does have very googly human eyes. It does.
I don't like its face. I don't like anything about it. It's creepy and it's
It does. The eyes are so human-like, aren't they? Oh my gosh. Well, let's look.
I think the lips of the mouth do quite a bit, actually.
yeah,
and the
the
nose.
whole face together is just odd.
One sec. I
Hold on,
messed
I gotta
up.
call.
I'm grabbing the wrong. Hold on, I gotta get it. Wait a minute. I got the wrong folder, so let's. Okay, here it is. Okay, it'll move now. Sorry. All right, let me represent. Okay.
Okay.
All right, there we go. All right, back to fishy. All right, and then next.
So
Look at
yeah,
those little feet.
he's related to another man animal, which I did include in the picture, because he can walk on the bottom with his fins, and they claim, all right, this is so stupid. They claim that little nub on top of his nose is a lure
Wow.
to lure in prey. But then what? Like, what is he gonna do?
Well, he
if
probably
they
has a
actually
little
come in?
like sticky tongue or something that comes out and zaps him or something. Well, does it have any defense mechanisms? Like, can it like shock you or
Okay, so
like
they
stinging you?
just found this thing November 3rd, 2022.
Uh-huh.
And what they did is they took one of those, those robotic deep sea submarine thingies, and they kind of looked around, and they took a little net and they scooped him up and they brought him home, but they don't really have a lot of information on it
Okay.
yet. So
Well, it's cute. I mean, it's kind of cute. Oh,
a lot of people have said it looks like a
oh my
dinosaur.
God. Look at those eyes. Okay.
Yeah,
It looks like he's got puppy dog eyes.
it
That is
looks
so
like
fucked.
Valcor as a
Oh.
fish.
He does look like Valcor as a fish. Wow. Dang, that thing's kind of. All right, so how big is this thing? Like, I can't
Well,
really tell.
that looks like a human hand, right?
Oh
And a
yeah,
glove.
okay, the glove, right. Okay.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of details about it because
the
they just found it,
God.
but
So
it was in Australia, of course.
Of course, shifty ass Australia.
Mhm.
You know it. Okay.
They found tons of new animals in this little expedition they did. So that's the baby, I guess. I don't know what that is. That was included
Well,
in the
why?
article.
So explain to me why they're flat this way, but then the baby looks like he's flat.
They
more.
deflate when they get out of the water.
Oh, they deflate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, that's just quite sad. Poor little
And then it
thing.
just
Put him
turns
in some
into
water.
flat, goofy looking.
So, do you think he's alive right here? Like he's not in water? He's not alive. Oh, poor dead
They
fish.
took him. They took a few samples with nets, I guess it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's related to another very popular manned animal. Remember the fish with the lipstick?
Fry lobster. That's a condom.
It's a baby. Look
It
at
looks
his
like
eyes and his
it's-
smile.
It does look like a condom, man. Now that I see it, dude, I was like, dude, that's messed up, bro. You're wrong for that, Frylock. You're wrong. Okay.
That's his cousin.
Doing show tunes, I see.
Yeah, I just loved the
Yeah.
picture so much. I thought everyone would recognize this animal because he's been shown a lot already.
Yeah. Now it has red lip. Those lips are
Yeah,
real. Come on.
yeah.
Wow. Those are very red lips.
Red-lipped batfish, and they're calling this new one the deep sea batfish. But it doesn't look like a deep sea animal with those eyes. Just saying.
Okay. Next we have this bird.
Yeah,
There's a birdie.
Preliminal, if he's still here, he sent me this birdie in Messenger. He didn't know what it was, but I did a search and it says it's a great blue heron. So there's these herons all over
Wow.
North
Fizzy.
America, all over black.
Look at all that blue.
No,
What?
underneath the wings is blue.
Oh,
You'll see
okay.
it opens.
Okay. I like the blue hair now.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
He's got this weird beard.
shit.
Look at their antennas. Like,
Yo,
what?
the fuck is wrong with this bird? Give me a break, man. No, birds didn't have that shit going on. Like, what the fuck, man? And like, that's what's happened since like 2016. Is like
Dinosaur.
birds are getting weird, man. Just saying, it's so strange. Yeah, they look pissed. A lot of them now, and these big that's a serious pointy, like that thing could jack you. Like it looks like a spear. I wouldn't want.
Yeah,
So
I thought that was what it was for, right? To
yeah,
spear fish.
spearing like spearfish or something, right?
But these guys will just swallow things right whole, kind of like a pelican. So I'm not really sure why they need the sharp beak. Just probably to make them look more dinosaur-y. And I don't understand the fluff in the front. What
Right.
that's for.
Yeah. It's a bad hair day, maybe something. I don't know. Okay.
It changes colors throughout the seasons.
And it floats.
Well, he's
Oh my god. It floats. It's crazy.
yeah. I think the white ones are down in Florida.
Okay.
They're not as crazy as these. Look at the neck; it's like a question mark.
Okay. It's called the what again?
Giant or great blue heron. And
The
after
great
you're done
blue
with these, you
heron.
gotta look up the Goliath heron. His little cousin there. He looks like a punk rock bird. Like he's bright red. He's got like a mohawk and he's crazy. But Goliath heron.
All right, let me see here. Okay. Oh, there he is. Punk rock. Wow. Where is he from? Let's look at him. While we're on the topic of the herons. There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my gosh. He's
Okay.
crazy. He looks like
Wow.
I don't know. He just looks so
Birds are looking
strange.
different these days. I'm
Mhm.
sorry. Birds were just kind of common. Like they had long necks or long legs or, different wingspans and whatever. I know pelicans have different types of beaks and all this, but it's weird. We got the cassowary birds and strange shit like that. So I don't know, man. Whew, wild. Okay. Okay.
There's the wings open. You can see the blue. I don't know if that's enhanced or not.
That's
They did
pretty.
say it looks gray from afar and looks blue close up.
Gotcha.
But I don't like the antennas on it. There's the babies. They got little
Yeah.
froze on.
Yeah. Little birdie. Oh, they're so cute. Okay. Okay. There he is right there. Now, how big is this bird? I mean, the giant.
They're almost
blue heron.
5 feet tall, so they're almost
Mm.
as tall as me.
Wow.
And it looks ostrichy as well. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cool. All right. Oh, okay. In flight.
What's the neck?
Weird. Oh, it's strange. It's like a head, like right here. Like, do you see a
Yeah,
head?
there's something on his.
What is that? I feel like I'm looking at a head or something. Like there's like some little guy controlling the heron. Like, it's kind of strange. I
Little
don't know.
robot right
Kinda,
now.
he's like bald. He's got a little patch of hair right here. You see the eyes. I'm serious. Like
I
maybe
know.
it's
I know you're
way too late.
serious.
It's way too late for me. I'm sorry, people. I'm just saying some weird shit. Okay. Okay.
There he is being creepy.
Yeah, just kind of staring at you and stuff. Like, yeah, give me that fish. Cool.
And they're so stupid and greedy, they'll choke. Because they try to eat everything whole and they'll just try to eat anything. So if it's too big, they just choke and die. Like,
Right. That's what they do. They just
Yeah.
die. It's like, okay.
well, what happens when you choke, Dan?
Well,
They can't. You
figure
can't
they
do bird Heimlich. Like they don't know.
They might. I mean, maybe they can just fly up on a piece, like, fly up on some lumber and just hit their chest. And maybe do
Pretty sure they don't know how to do that.
self Heimlich or something.
Oh, Bear Lamb says they're in Canada.
Okay. Okay. Oh God, what's that? It's kind of cute. It's like
This-
a gopher. or
Yeah, this
something.
thing. I don't think he's a manned animal, but I needed something cute, especially after that fish.
Right.
So he's called a hoary marmot. I don't think I'm
Okay.
saying that right at all. He's the
Hmm.
largest ground squirrel, sometimes called the whistle pig.
The whistle pig. Okay.
So if anyone on the West Coast knows what a whistle pig is, let me see if I can find the noise that he makes. Hold on. Whistle pig.
All right. All right. That looks kind of like a
It's like a
groundhog or a
mix
beaver or
between
something.
it's like a
Weird.
It
Very
reminds
thick.
me of those biscotches from South America, those big fat lumps mixed
Uh-huh.
with a beaver and a groundhog. It's
Right. So, but they're calling this a squirrel though.
yeah, it's a
Very
brown-
hardy
brown
squirrel. Yeah, that's the kind of squirrel you don't mess with, man.
Okay, so
Just
I'm
saying.
gonna play this real quick. This is him doing his alarm call. Hopefully this isn't too
Is this
loud.
the one that screams? Is this a screaming squirrel? I think I've heard this before. They kind of. Okay, I can hear it. I don't think the audience can. Or maybe, yeah, I guess they can.
That's a bird. Why is he
That's a
doing
bird.
that? No, he sounds like a bird.
Oh, he does. Yeah.
Anyways, I thought they were cute.
I think there's a meme of him, like standing on his hind legs and.
No,
kinda
that's
going,
Biscotcha.
oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Mhm.
All right. He looks like that kind.
Yeah, that's what he reminded me
Yeah.
of.
Yeah.
'Cause they get super fat.
Oh, kind of. He looks like a kind of a rough squirrel, though, man. He's like one of those squirrels that kind of attack you. You know, you've seen
I
those
thought he
ones that
looked like
lunge.
he'd make a good pet or something. I think he looks
Maybe.
cute.
I'm not saying he wouldn't, but I feel like he's a lunger. I'm not gonna, I don't know. I don't know. I'd be a little cautious. I'd be my guard would be up. That's all.
You can't be afraid of squirrels.
Oof. He is
Look how
big.
fat.
He is fat, dude. That squirrel can knock you over. Look at that thing.
They get
Oh my God.
humongous because they hibernate, so they'll just like
Uh-huh.
eat
Right.
and they'll double their weight, and then they'll
Speaking
just.
of eating, okay, this thing eat meat or something? This is like meat
No.
eating a squirrel? Come on. How you getting that thick off nuts and just eating like flowers?
Leaves,
and
flowers, and
leaves.
grass.
Really? That's a grass diet? Oh, shit.
See, vegan isn't always healthy.
No, it's
Aaron.
not. Obviously, look at the size of this dude. Dude, he's a chunk. He's a chunk. See, that's why I'd get attacked. I'd be like shaming him and stuff. He's just like, "Fuck you." All right. Okay. Let's see.
Oh, sorry, that one's small. I think he looks
Yeah.
happy, but
He
he's got
kinda
kind of
does.
human hands, you know.
So,
like
how much does
black-
it weigh? I mean, like honestly, what's the weight? What are we dealing with here?
So the fattest one's probably 15 to 20 pounds.
Okay. That's
So they're not
lot
as
for a
big as they
squirrel.
look. Yeah, that's a big squirrel.
Well,
but-
have you ever like I had to pick up a dead squirrel once, right? That recently got ran over by a car. I picked it up and I just, I buried it. And when I didn't hit it, by the way, people, I'm just saying, I just felt bad for the squirrel. So I when I picked it up, I mean, it had
Buried a
maybe,
squirrel.
yeah, I didn't want to keep getting
Like,
run
you used
over
a
in the
shovel?
street. Yeah, I had one of those like shovels that fold out in the back of my car, and I just buried him. I don't know, it felt right.
Why
I
do you
got
have a
buried,
shovel in
so-
the back of your car, Dan?
Shut up! Don't ask the questions. Like, you remember when everybody had bug out bags and shit, and everybody was whatever. Okay, it was just it's from a
Mhm.
past era of mine. I was Then I started thinking like, where the fuck am I gonna run? Like the bug out bag was the dumbest shit ever. Like, dude, I ain't going nowhere. Fuck that. I'm not going to the
Remember they
woods.
used to do they used to do shows
Shit.
about how to survive in the woods.
Crazy.
and
Yeah, right.
You had to like
that.
bury yourself underground so the heat
Mm-mm.
things.
2
couldn't
days without a
penetrate.
shower, I'll fucking surrender. I'll be like, fuck this. I'm done. Listen, hey guys, hey, take me. Look, I'm sorry. I was hiding in the woods. New World Order. Listen, I need a shower. Okay. What, a microchip? No problem. Let's do this. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't sell out that quickly. But
We
no,
got the
I did.
shower at the murder
Huh?
camp.
In the what? The murder
You call-
God. You're horrible. I
That's
can't-
what
I
you
see.
called it.
Oh my god.
It's you put the water's in like a bag, and then the solar heats up
Yeah.
the water so you can take a
Uh-huh.
shower. The
Okay.
shovel's in
Yeah.
Dan's trunk next to the duct tape, can of gasoline, and rope.
I was at the store. I was at like at Harbor Freight. You know what Harbor Freight is? It's like a place to buy really cheap Chinese shit and
Mhm.
tools and stuff. And like when I was there, they're always giving some away. Like one day I went in and they gave me like a bucket, right? So I was like, oh, a bucket, and I put that in the. And then like on the next time I was there, they were like, yeah, you can pick out of the bin if you want something. And like one was like an Allen wrench set, which I've got tons of those. And then they just had like a bag, like this plastic, like a clear bag of rope. So I grabbed the rope and I'm sitting there and I'm at the counter. I'm like, yeah, I'll take the rope. And then the girl's there and I and there was my uncle and and I said, hey, Unc, this is my new pickup line. Hey, babe. And I point the rope at the cashier and I go, does this turn you on?
Oh God, Dan, you're gonna
I'm
get arrested.
sorry. I'm terrible. Look, I can't go out. I don't need to go out in public. I just can't.
You got
That's
like
the problem.
Tourette's.
I do. I like do. I am fucked. I know I am. I'm not right. I'm really not right. I don't know what I have. There's no diagnosis or anything. I find the strangest things just hilarious. Anyway, but let's keep looking. Sorry, get on a tangent. Oh my god. Okay.
Look at the baby. And
yeah, it's cute. It's cute. I'm not gonna lie, it's super cute.
they are cute.
It's adorable. Okay. Oh my god. He's so fat. He's so fat and cute. I mean, like, I kind of want to pet him and stuff. He's adorable.
Yeah. Imagine
Yeah.
how soft he would be.
Look how he sits. Like you just push him over. You know, I don't know. Just roll him. Oh, good lord. They just sit there. Where can we find these again? What country are these in?
Northwest North America. So
Yeah.
I was going to ask Noble if he could find me one. They might be in Canada. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so this one
Okay.
actually
Where's
is
that?
a brand new species of sloth.
Wow.
And he was discovered September 28th, 2022. And they call him the coconut head sloth because his head looks like a coconut. I thought that was really mean. He kind of looks like Chewbacca.
He does, but I don't really see the coconut. I'm not really.
Look at that. Look at the head.
I see the head, but I mean, I guess it's round and stuff. I don't know. I just think that they could have came up with a better name than that. But okay, let's look at some more pictures. Let's see what. Okay, he does look like a
Yeah.
coconut with eyes. Yeah, yeah, he does. Oh my god, it's cute. So where do you? Well, I like sloths. They just kind of lay there and just I've seen them at the zoo. So where does he live?
These guys are in Brazil.
Okay. It's a pretty big animal, it looks like. And
Yeah,
you
how
say
could
he's
they
just
not?
recently discovered?
Mhm.
Really? Just been hanging out in the rainforest, huh? Just nobody knew.
Just never
Wow.
noticed him.
Just yeah, well, yeah, he does camouflage very well against this tree. So yeah.
That thing.
That thing. That is cute. Those eyes, man. That's wild.
That's craziness. Like,
Yeah.
I don't watch a lot of channels anymore. I don't think anyone's really covering animals anymore. But
Right.
I would think that one of our friends would have sent this to me or posted this to me.
Violet says Dan's offended by the coconut. That I'm not offended by the coconut, not at all. No, it's okay. I've embraced my inner coconut, so it's okay. It's all good. But yeah, the coconut sloth, man. All right. All right. That one is the best. All
They
right.
always
I
look
like
so serious too, but they're so derpy.
Well,
So
I gotta tell
men's
you.
coconuts are on the inside.
Huh?
Men's coconuts are on the inside. Is that how that works?
I don't know.
No,
I don't
he's
know,
saying
man.
brown on the outside and white on the inside. It's a race.
Oh yeah. That's I always say that I was a self-proclaimed coconut because of the my ethnic background.
Oh,
Mm.
I see.
Yeah.
I got one more image for you if you want to see it.
Sure.
Mm.
Sure. Let's see.
See what you think of it. Primarily the
Oh.
world map is the reason why
Okay.
I took a clip of this. It's puzzles that were sold in the
yeah.
catalog
Okay.
in 95, apparently. See anything interesting about the world map?
Well, let's see. Blow that up a little bit here. Let's see. Australia, New Zealand.
They got a North Pole.
Look at North America.
It's kind of blurry on my screen, so I apologize.
Oh no, it's blurry.
Yeah.
It just is. But so I'll just go ahead here and point out that North America is not right. Like, what the hell's wrong with North America? It's
Right.
It's
There's
weird.
California, there's
It's
New York and Maine up there.
I
And
think this is a mutation. So this is a real puzzle, right? Like it's supposed to be a real image. I'd love to see the real version of this, like if it was purchased, to see it in real or like for sale on eBay or something,
Right.
put together, or even the box cover maybe might do it. But anyway, so if you look at North America, like you can see my cursor on this, right?
Okay.
Can you? That's a question. Can you see the cursor?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, over here you get Alaska area, and down here in this little green you get the Mexico area. Okay. Where's the Great Lakes? Well, if you go up from Mexico, okay, here's the East Coast, and Florida would be over here, and this is the East Coast of the U.S., and this is the Great Lakes. But if I come from up here, I'm like, well, this is the St. Lawrence Seaway. This is the St. Lawrence River. This is the Great Lakes. And if you come down here, this is Florida.
Oh, that map is all kinds of jacked.
I can identify general shapes very quickly with maps, right? Like I just know maps. And I'm like, it looks like two parts of North America. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this looks like an East Coast of North America with Florida almost kind of showing here a little. And this is the Great Lakes, right? Which is weird because it's too close to freaking Europe anyway. But it's like that's kind of like the Northeast region, actually almost the whole region of the US showing there. And then again, obviously here where it kind of should be currently ish. What is this? I don't know what the hell this is. I'm just claiming currently it's a mutation. That's what we're seeing. Something that was one way. The image changed terribly. It didn't change properly. And this is some sort of mutation, I assume. And I would also assume that the real map, the real deal physical puzzle does not look like this. It would look completely and properly updated. Unlike the image of it, the image of the image, right, in the old catalog. Weird, eh?
That is weird, man.
You do see the issue. Like, that's not the way North America looks. What the hell is that? It's messed up.
That's
not right.
So, kind of sad, but I'm going through my mom's house, and I found a bunch of old stuff, like some stuff in the garage, like an old can of some sort of like dealer made carpet protectant or something. And I absolutely remember snagging that can for when the dealership I worked at. I do remember this now because I was like, I remember this is that shit they have to do anyway. But this can has never been used, and the label on it's still cool, and it's got like a world map on it, and it shows I need to take a picture of that and show you guys. I think you're gonna love it, dude, because it's kind of like that map, where it's not drawn obviously to scale and all that, but still when you look at it, you can see some really interesting stuff, especially where New Zealand is on the map. And I think they even have New Zealand in the place we remember, or at least way up higher. So, but I haven't really looked at it, real hard. And so I can't wait to show it to you. I think it's going to be cool. I'll definitely take a picture of it tomorrow. And that way, we can kind of go over it. But it's cool. It's very cool. I think it's some residue there. So I love the old map stuff, especially finding, I'm finding a lot of good residue. Like, a lot of companies did have like a world map or something imprinted on their stuff. And I think there's a lot of residue there, especially if you find the older stuff. So I would recommend, the audience, if you have a chance, if you see something like older or whatever laying around, like in your garage or whatever, take a look at the logos real close, because sometimes they'll have a little like world map or whatever, kind of promoting their worldwide presence of their company, and it'll be off. So it's kind of cool. So anyway, can't wait to show it.
Did I show you this one before? Have you seen this? I think I showed it Fizzy.
Oh, I think you did show us this. Go ahead and tell us what's up.
This is a screenshot from the news, Fox News 2009. This was apparently,
Yeah.
I say that's what it's labeled, 2009 news broadcast on Fox. And the trivia question is, when she won the Academy Award as Best Actress, Sally Field announced,
Right.
"You like me right now. You like me," which is often misquoted as "You like me. You really like me." Which film won her the award? So obviously, this has an updated situation going on.
Sure.
My claim, from a common sense perspective, is why would they ever write that out like that?
Why would they make it a point to tell you that it's misquoted?
Exactly. Exactly. They wouldn't. That's stupid.
Right.
It has nothing to do with it. Like
It's
not the
reality
point of the
correcting
question.
itself and creating a new narrative for us. That's what.
Kind of. Yeah. It updated. Yeah.
No.
So, and you could look at it like that, the narrative bit. But it's sort of evidence, I guess you could say, because it's not proof, but it's evidence. Like that's not the way that was written in 2009. That's my claim, right? Like that wasn't like that. It's a cover up. It's kind of like in the Isaiah 11:16. Is that right? 11:16. Yeah. Where it says the wolf also shall lay with the lamb. Right? It doesn't say the wolf shall lay with the lamb. No, it says also. Why the hell would it say also? Because it used to say lamb. That's or the lion. I mean, it used to say bloody lion. That's why.
Right.
It's not like one timeline and the other. It's here's the way it was, and now it's changed. Like, I don't know. That's just totally. There's many hundreds of things that come up that certainly look like a changing of the current situation, not just a different situation. You know. This is a good example. To me, there's no way in hell they would have wrote this out. Who cares if it's misquoted? What's that have to do with anything?
Right.
Like, why would you write that?
You would just ask the
nonsense.
question.
Right.
You would say the quote the way you think it is, and then you'd have the answers there, A, B, C, or D, and that's how you do it.
And whether
But
even
often
if
misquoted.
somebody knew it as the old way, or knew it differently, they're still going to recognize the question.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to point it out. There's no point in pointing it out. Whether you know it one way or you knew it the other, you knew it either way, you're going to know what they're asking. Like, why would you even write that shit out? You wouldn't. It's nonsense. It's bullshit. And yeah, it's an update. But it's sort of fairly strong evidence as to that type of thing. So, there's a
Dude,
lamb right there.
Have you been searching the internet lately and noticed that they like it's like all the stuff that comes up when you ask a question is like they're promoting like either YouTube channels or it's like before it would be like those words would sort of like populate inside. Like if you asked a certain question, you would find out maybe an article or something that it was. But now it's like they're trying to force you into, some sort of like a corporate entity. It's like,
right.
Okay, go here, or
It
like,
is. No, you're right. It's getting stronger and stronger.
It's
the
crazy.
manipulation, I guess, or the direction. Yeah.
Wow.
You can't find shit anymore. The internet is such garbage.
Here's what I want.
It
Explain
sucks.
to people. Yeah. Here.
On the old archive site, when they do tags and stuff. So like if you do New World Order, a bunch of old YouTube stuff comes up. That's all archived on archive.com.
Wow.
It's like some old stuff. Yeah. It's actually really good. The internet used to be great, man. YouTube used to be great.
Here's how it looks now. This is just weird to me. I don't remember ever. So I put in Google conspiracy trivia questions, right? And I don't know why. I just kind of Googled that, as a thing. And then you get info, please, how stuff works, 9. Like they kind of separate it by these entities. Like, and then you go down here, there's Amazon. I don't know. It's kind of just the way it's laid out now. It's bizarre. It wasn't like that. It was more like you would find articles or something with it in there, and I don't know, just something. It's just strange.
It's all the main entities.
More all the main, yeah, like
and all their icons and shit.
Yeah. Correct.
It's all
Anyway,
mainstream now. Like,
shopnerdy.com.
you can't get off the beaten trail hardly.
Wow, they're all promoting like, yeah, buy this, buy that. Okay, wow, okay. It's just weird. I don't know. I just noticed it. It's been changing for a while. I mean, searching has been just god awful. But yeah. Anyway, just thought I would show that. What do you got? Oh, the Lion and the Lamb. Okay. Where's that? Okay, the Lion and the Lamb. Lion shall lay down with the lamb. Yeah, you know, I still have the newspaper stuff, and I can still look that up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Why would Fizzy just wrote something? I can't even say it.
What?
What? Why standing up?
Because you pee sitting down. I was gonna pee stand up.
I gotta go pee standing up. I'm like,
what?
There's the.
Oh my god, you guys.
The classic TH.
Oh yes.
These are all on the desktop right at the moment. Oh, you know what keeps changing? And I'm not going to point out anything in particular because I can't, because it's like bullshit. Both your Capitol building, whether it's behind Tucker Carlson on the freaking news or something, and my freaking Parliament building, they are getting more and more elaborate or detailed. Like all the places where things go inward or outward for design, it's deeper, or there's more layers of it, or there's just more detail. Both of them are like, you can't find a freaking flat surface by their damn building anymore. Look at it. I mean, it's one of those things like I can't point it out exactly what changed. I wasn't keeping that close of an eye on it.
It's more ornate. I think
The whole thing is like, there's no flat surface left. What the hell's going on? Like, were these windows here? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe these ones weren't. Maybe these ones were. Vice versa.
Who designed this building?
These here little rectangles with the little design inside. This isn't the greatest view at the moment to show the detail, but like, and then where the windows are, like, there'll be like 3 or 4 levels of detail. Like when it sort of goes inward, it'll be like 3 or 4 steps of this stuff, and it's like it just keeps getting more and more elaborate.
It's all mathematics, man. You know, it's like, to me, when I start seeing these buildings and the way they're designed, if you really did the mathematics on it, I bet you would find some sort of sacred geometry built into these buildings and every aspect of them. You know.
Maybe.
Whoa, that's a horrible map.
The 60s state?
Yeah, I threw this image at you once.
No, it's 50.
Glasses.
Dude, the 60 states. Wow.
Some odd reason Florida comes over further.
Oh wow!
All the way to Mississippi.
Shit.
Louisiana's kind of stubby, but generally, like, it's like this whole East Coast, Southeast, is like totally eroded and shrunk away, as is Texas.
Right.
So I think this is like a weird update, right? Like an improper update. So because the U.S. is all shrunk, it lost it all on the south end here, primarily.
Wide and squat.
Yeah, there's a lot missing off the bottom end. And it's even shaped weird, right? See how it's like bumpy? Like Florida's like really bumpy-ish looking. Like that's odd alone. It shouldn't look like that from this distance. Yeah, anyway, it's weird. There's some
crazy.
Find.
That's interesting.
Even this line, like Tennessee should be flat. Like that border should be just level or whatever, east and west, not on an angle at all. Like that's the one main line on the whole map you'd never have sideways.
Alaska doesn't seem to be protruding out. If you look at Alaska,
it's a little bit the old way.
Yeah,
it's kind of in between almost.
That's cool.
It's interesting. I was just noticing the Hawaiian Islands there were a little bit more bunched, and not just in the line, but I'd have to look at them.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And there's one big main island now. I think the other islands are bigger, right? Wouldn't you say?
Currently,
yeah,
the Hawaiian island is. I think that it's about.
It is, but I'm saying like now the other ones are bigger. Like it doesn't look like the discrepancy doesn't look as bad.
I'm not sure
between the. Dude, I'm sure. I'm at Hawaiian Islands.
West Virginia is also like elongated.
Islands. Hawaiian Islands.
The whole thing's messed up.
Okay. Oh, well, maybe I'm not. Maybe they're a little. Yeah, I thought they were bigger. Meh. Okay. Meh. Not so much. Dude. Here it is. Here's a current rendition right now. I say rendition. Here. Right there. There's how they look now. And here's how. Put yours back up.
Oh, wait. Let me put that back.
Oh.
1 second.
Well, yeah.
There it is.
All right. Can you blow that up a little bit?
To Hawaii?
Yeah. Just okay. All right. Oh yeah, dude. Ooh.
What does it do?
Kauai, bro. Check out this. Boom. This one right here. Damn. Bro, this one right here. Yo, check this out. Now, look at yours.
It's like
Boom.
a clover on Nobles. Or is it the wrong way?
It's smaller?
It's smaller in your map, and now in my map, that shit is big, bro.
No, this
Boom.
island at the bottom is far in the middle. But the
Also,
bottom
there's
is far
like
away.
there's more islands, bro. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4 in that grouping I've got right here. There's 4 in that grouping. I think yours shows 3 in the grouping right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
This again actually kind of might be kind of in between the way it was and the way it is now.
That's a trip, man.
It's also kind of weird. Hawaiian Island. Why has it got this pointy thing going off of it? Okay, there's something there. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, but the
looks
shape
like that pointy
changed. I mean, look how big Hawaii is, and then look. I'm telling you, Kauai.
Hawaii, the island of Hawaii
Hawaii
is bigger than it
massive
used to be in
dude.
comparison to the rest of them.
Yeah, this is some cool shit. Like, I mean, why wouldn't they all stay the same? You're telling me they've moved this much and changed shape in what 50, 60, 70 years? I don't know how old that this map is, but yeah, weird. Oh, here's one for you. I want to show you too. Just doing a little paper search. It's it's funny because every Mandela effect, you can go back and I don't know, like when you search the papers again, you'll come up with new stuff. This is like a home run right here. Right there. And from the Salvation Army, and the lion shall lay with a lamb. The Salvation Army, baby. The army. If you can't trust the army, who can you trust? A lot of the same ones reposted. It looks like the Stark County Democrat, and when the lion shall lay down with the lamb in perfect peace. Right there. And I'll blow it up. Hold on. Okay, there it is. I don't know. It's kind of cool. You know what, man? If I wish I had more time, I'd like to go back and read some of these old papers and what people were saying. I bet it's pretty legit. And you read, I don't know, just to see like the mentality and what the psyche of people at the time.
I just remembered I did have one more image that was
Did you? Okay.
more than just a little interesting. I just gotta find it. It's on this freaking desktop somewhere.
Oh, look it. There's a drawing of it.
Oh, what?
Little drawing of him.
It's so crazy. This is like D. Did I show you this? Are you looking at this right now?
What's up? Yeah.
This license plate, this isn't it, but this license plate thing has D, which isn't exactly my first name, but obviously my internet name. And it has my dad's name on this one and my mom's name on that one.
Oh,
that's creepy.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, because I mean, D, go by D's. Yeah, it's definitely cool.
Wild.
Yeah.
I had an image of something Mandela related. Shit. I almost forgot again, but it'll come up here as soon as I see it. Oh, it might be the lens of the camera, this would be called, but it doesn't look too straight. It does go down on each side. Anyway, that was
could be that fish. It could be that fish eye.
Well, it's not fisheye. It's just any lens.
Oh, okay.
But if
Well,
it
all
was
lenses are curved, Noble.
Well, exactly. As is our eyeballs, right?
Right.
It was a map thing.
I don't know. I gotta watch
No,
you, man. I feel
it
like
was-
you're trying to slip back into a Globey.
Here we go.
Watch you.
Well, I am a Globey compared to flat, yeah, but honestly, I don't know what the
man.
video is.
I don't know. I don't know where I'm at.
I'm not 100% sure.
You know what?
If
I
Big Sun
don't
or
know.
Little
It's like
Sun,
I haven't been
localized
in
sun,
anything.
or I don't know.
Right. Well, I
There's a lot
haven't
of
been
different
anything high enough.
possibilities.
I haven't been anything high enough to really give me a definitive answer on that. That's all.
Yeah,
See this
airports
here?
aren't safe anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I went back. Actually, this was in the old archive stuff. I managed to find this. This is when they were talking about the man from Turad.
Yeah.
Oh,
You remember
yeah?
that story?
Who?
So I love the old whatever mystery stuff. Long time before everything, even before Mandela, before conspiracy stuff that I was into. It's kind of how I got into some of the conspiracy stuff, some of the mystery stuff, UFOs, Bigfoot, the man from Turad, right? Which was also, I believe, even on Unsolved Mysteries back in the day. Like, it's an old story that the public knew about quite a long time. And in this video, so it used to say that the man, said he was from wherever. They showed him a map and said, point out where your country is on the map. And
Right.
he was saying it's between France and Spain, but there's nothing there, which I knew there was nothing there. No, of course there was nothing. Then after Mandela, Andorra came to be a thing on the maps as far as looking like a different country or part of a country, and it's a principality apparently, but that sort of showed up on the maps, which is weird. I'm like, well, there's nothing on the damn maps there before between Spain and France. I've never heard of Andorra. So, but now the story goes, if you go to almost all of them, all the whether it be YouTubes or anybody that's presenting it, is that he pointed at Andorra, not between Spain. Originally it was like he was looking between France and Spain, but there was nothing there. Now he was pointing at Andorra, thinking that it was Turad, essentially, something like that, right? Like, it's kind of assumed that, oh, well, he means Andorra, but it's called Andorra now. It's not called Turad. Well, in this video, this is an old ass video. When they're covering the story, they highlight just a random area between Spain and France, because that's all that there was for the story at the time, right? When on this image now, there is Andorra showing here. Well, why didn't they light that up, right? Because that's the current assumption now, and kind of the current story is Andorra. This shows the old way, when there was no Andorra. It was just, who knows? Dude thought he was some country that's apparently between Spain and France, which is ridiculous.
Didn't he also have like papers and things from that?
Yeah, so he had an ID. He had an ID, and he had
He had
money.
a passport and a license, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Really
seemingly
interesting
disappeared
story.
out of a room you couldn't get out of.
He just
when it
sort
was
of
being watched.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the guy that they captured supposedly when the CERN stuff was starting up, and then there was a guy that was a saboteur, and they found him like in the trash cans or something, and like I think that he also vanished or something.
Yeah, he
like
said he
that.
was from the future.
He said he was from the
Heard nothing of
future.
this.
You never heard that story?
Oh.
The saboteur at CERN?
No.
He tried to
Yeah.
break something. He said he was from the future and they were making a mistake, and they threw him in a cell and he
Yeah.
disappeared.
Weird. I don't know. I
Back
don't know
in
what to think about.
2012, man arrested at Large Hadron. It was Hadron, but that was just Hadron. Collider claiming he's from the future. This is April Fool's. So now it's an April Fool's
April
joke.
Fools? No.
They're claiming it was, I thought they ran with that as legit. I don't remember ever being April Fools. So maybe they're
Mandela
just
Fools.
Mandela Fools. I don't know. Yeah. A would-be saboteur today at the Large Hadron Collider in Switzerland made a bizarre claim that he was from the future. Eloy Cole, a strangely dressed young man, said he had traveled back in time to prevent the LHC from destroying the world. The LHC successfully collided particles at a record force earlier this week. I guess he didn't. I mean, if it already did it, then we're dead. It says here, okay. Mr. Cole was seized by Swiss police after CERN security guards spotted him rooting around in bins. Okay, that's the story I remember. He explained that he was looking for fuel for his time machine power unit, a device that resembled a kitchen blender. Now, that's I don't remember.
They're trying to make it sound silly.
They're trying to make
Maybe
it
they're
sound.
covering it all up. Maybe
I thought it like was. Do you guys remember it being like a legit story back in the day? Like, do you remember being able? I don't know. Maybe I missed the memo on this, but I thought.
Show them the coin.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So we have a coin. This is interesting. So we're talking about time travels and whatnot. Fizzy found this picture of a coin. This is a Nazi coin that was.
It was found in Mexico, and it has Spanish writing on it that translates to New Germany. And the coin has the year 2039 on it, but it looks old. I don't know, if it said someone faked it or.
Man in the High Castle, anybody? I don't know.
It also has a saying on it. Let me find the article. It had a weird saying on it. Derp, derp, derp. Sorry,
I can't really read. I see the swastika and of course the bird, but in the cross.
Okay, so these. Let me see. Oh, the flip side of the coin features the writing "Allies in Einer Nation," which means all in one nation. Conspiracy theorists argued that Germany would be a key player in World War II, blah, blah, blah. But it says that Mexico wasn't even part of the World War, so they were really confused, like, why it would even show up there. I don't know. And it looks like no coin that they ever made.
Yeah, and it's not like these coins can't be fake. And that's my only point. Now, I mean, it's weird. It's an oddity. Is it just somebody making something that gets people talking about time travelers and stuff? Could be, but who knows? I don't know. Or it could be some sort of, as crazy as the world is.
Oh gosh!
I mean,
this is the last paragraph of the article.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It says there are rumors that after the fall of Germany in 1945, some Nazis managed to establish secret bases in Antarctica that are still operational today.
Oh, wow.
Perhaps the only explanation is that the Antarctic Nazis managed to develop trips in time, managed to travel through different realities. Like, what an odd thing to say on a Facebook
They just went
article.
like all in on that one, didn't they? I mean, they went with Antarctica. They went with the whole. What
Time
about the
travel.
Nazis that were in South America? Why do you got to take them all the way to Antarctica? They found that guy. Remember that one in Brazil? They took an aerial photo of his house, and in his pool there was like a swastika in there. It's like, there's all kinds of rumors about them being in Argentina and in Brazil and places like that.
No, they totally are. It's not rumor.
I believe it. I'm just saying.
No, it's fact. They've gone there and filmed them and interviewed them and everything. You can watch shows.
Oh, really?
On it.
Oh, no
yeah.
shit. Okay.
Even
Okay.
Joe
Well,
Rogan was talking about it and everything. There's documentaries.
Okay.
People bring out their old grandfather's papers.
I don't know why
and
they have
stuff,
to-
and like it's crazy, dude.
I don't know why they have to send them to an icy hellhole when they're right there in
Because
their
no
own
one's
backyard.
gonna go there.
Yeah.
And maybe it's not icy.
All the Nazis are
remember?
dead, right? Like they're all gone.
Well,
now.
they should be. I mean, you would think,
They're
unless
way
you're
too
very,
old.
really
Ukraine still got
young
some.
when they joined. I mean, they'd have to be like super young, like the youths or something. By now.
There's that
'cause we're-
Ukrainian Nazi battalion.
They'd be like 90 years old if they were
No
a youth.
talks now.
What's that?
That Ukrainian Nazi battalion.
Oh yeah. That was all the rage before we got on board with the Ukrainians. It was
all the
rage.
lefties don't realize they're supporting like the most
They don't.
racist places. I don't know about the most racist, the most white nationalist Nazi place on
Totally.
the planet is what they're
Absolutely.
supporting, and they don't know. I'm not saying because it's Ukraine. I'm
Dude.
talking about the ideology that's in that region. It's not just Ukraine. There's a couple of
Dude,
countries
leave it
involved
to
there.
the lefties.
But that's
to
the
like-
only place where actual Nazism, white supremacy still exists
Yeah.
with any force or any power is in Eastern Europe.
Dude, they
This
will
is
overlay any. Dude, as soon as the media like gets on board, dude, there's nothing like Facebook or these places where they overlay like the flag of Ukraine over their shit, like just to show support and solidarity and all this other crap. And it's like, you guys know nothing, do you? You really don't know how bad it is over there and why Russia did that. Like, there's still people today that think Russia attacked Afghanistan because they were just evil. Like, you know, like they just went after Afghanistan, you know, they were just mean, and Osama bin Laden and blah blah blah, and they have no idea that like the drugs were flowing into Russia, and then Russia was like, you guys are fucking decimating our people with all this heroin. We got to do something about it. And then we fought back because we didn't want our heroin crop to be fucked up. So it was all about drugs. Typically,
Pharmaceuticals wanted it.
Yeah,
they brought that in illegally too, but
yeah. So yeah.
Excuse me.
No, you're good. Cool. Well, man, I don't know. Did you have anything else to share with anybody tonight, or everybody good?
I'm good.
All right. Well, I guess we're just gonna wrap this one up, you guys. It's 1:20 in the a.m. Tomorrow night, do not forget to of course set your clocks
No,
forward.
Sunday. No, tomorrow.
No, listen to me. Do it Saturday, people. Do it Saturday, because you're gonna want to do it Saturday. And I don't know who is saying Sunday. That is evil. Why
I
would you
don't
do
know.
that
All
to
the
people?
clocks change themselves except the microwave.
They will, but you need a lot of people. Well, that's the clocks that do change themselves. But I'm saying for most people who have analog clocks, they usually do it the day before so that you can acclimate yourself a little better to Monday. Because if you do it that night, you lose an hour of sleep, and you go to work, and it's you don't feel so good. You don't feel so hot, So typically what you do is you do it on Saturday, so you have the extra hour to sort of acclimate yourself, and then next day, you're kind of ready. You're like, okay, I can do this. I can go to bed now. You wake up at a normal time. I don't know if you guys know this, but there's been some talk, I don't know if this is true, that they're not going to do daylight savings anymore. That once we now go forward, they're not going to fuck with the time. Did you guys hear about that?
I've heard that every single year.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true.
I don't really know the point of
I
it
wish they would
anymore.
just. Well, I mean, it's the dumbest thing we do. I mean, I don't understand what they're doing with that, man. To me, that's some sort of this must be a
'cause
ritual or something
it
that we're
gets
following.
dark.
you know.
Like in the early winter, it gets dark at 4 p.m. You
Yeah,
know?
Texas is, I think, talking about stopping it too, guys. I don't know if it's going to happen. Anyway, you hear this debate comes up every year about this time whenever we change the clocks forward, and then later on the year backwards. And then I hate going backwards. Yes, you get the extra hour to sleep, but
But it
dude,
gets dark. Like
you get out of work, it is pitch black, and you feel like you don't want to do nothing but just go home and eat some comfort food and go to bed. Like, it's terrible. So I'm really looking forward to having extra daylight, because I would like to get some shit done. Okay, and I need some more daylight. So
the conspiracy was with Bush and the oil.
Oh yeah,
And apparently, starting in the mornings, it had something to do with burning more fuel, using
I
more
thought
to
it
keep,
was
because
farmers.
the temperature would be colder during
Well-
the period when they get up or something. Maybe.
yeah. I've always heard it was like for energy. Some was energy savings. Others was like when we were more an agrarian society. Our kids were, they'd have to go to school and walk, and they didn't want them to walk when it was dark out. So they changed the clocks, and then so in the morning it would be light out so that kids would be safer. I swear these were the excuses I heard. But then I was always like, well, damn, even when I was growing, like a lot of kids didn't walk to school very often, and most kids were riding a bus or had, mom or dad shuttle them in. Nowadays, there ain't no kids walking. They can't even walk. I mean, most of these kids, they would die if they had to walk 2 miles to school. I had to walk 2 miles to school.
I was a lot farther than 2 miles
Man.
from my school.
I walked 2 miles to school in the snow, uphill, both ways. It was bad, man. No, I'm just kidding. Sound old, your dad. I walked to school back in the day.
There actually was
What's up? Yeah,
there actually is an old schoolhouse on our road,
really?
and technically from our house to the schoolhouse it would be uphill both ways
Was it?
because it's at the bottom of a hill, so you'd have to crawl up to get down. Yeah, and I would just
No, I'm
laugh
just
and
saying
laugh.
it felt like it was uphill for me because I mean I hated school and I was like, oh man, I couldn't stand it. I did have to walk, man. No, there's no lie. The walking part's true. Damn, it sucked. I remember walking and thinking to myself, what am I? I am shocked I did not get abducted. I was way too cute to walk to school. That
Didn't
is
you have a
crazy. My
bus?
parents were just dangling me out there like a piece of meat. I mean, I'm shocked. I could have gotten abducted big time because, like, I was all by myself and stuff walking to school. What the fuck?
No, we
Man,
rode
my
the bus.
parents didn't care. My
couldn't.
parents raised me like a gypsy. I swear to God, they did. My parents were like
I
they
didn't know
had
you didn't get
they gave
abducted
two
then.
shits about me. Like they didn't know where it was. Like my parents, like they didn't know where we were. They'll be home when it's time to eat. That's how they looked at it. And I showed up. But yeah, I swear to God, my parents were like gypsies. I'm just telling you. That's why I'm so weird. Anyway, all right. So there's that. Just being honest. I kid. All right, look, guys. All right. I guess we're gonna wrap it up tonight. Look, it's been fun. I've really enjoyed this show, and I'm super excited to be back with you guys tonight. I will tell you this. I am. YouTube is. This shit's like going tits up. Everyone knows it. We're gonna be moving to another platform. And
Rumble, rumble, rumble.
we are going to be doing we're going to do it right. This shit's going to be we're going to be balling, and so we're going to grow this channel, and it's going to be pretty fun, I think.
Steven
And,
Crowder is looking for
so-
talent, Dan.
shut up. I'm not trying. Dude, what's up with that guy? What the fuck happened to Steven Crowder? Didn't he just like have didn't he have a meltdown or something like he have an aneurysm? What's wrong with this dude? Like first he made up all that bullshit about the other contract.
Yeah,
and
that was really weird.
it was really
I think it was. I don't know. It was
Yeah.
really weird. And then he signed with Rumble, and he's what was that guy that we were making fun of earlier? That Russell Brand or whoever.
Yeah.
He's signing with Rumble. A few big names are going over there, so
I liked Steven Crowder up into like all that shit just a few months ago.
yeah, I didn't
was
like that either.
I liked him up to that point. I don't know what the hell his
That was
deal
petty and weird.
was dumb. And you're talking about you just destroyed your entire platform by being so petty because you didn't get what was he asking for? How much they offered him quite a few millions to do the
Yeah,
show.
he could have just politely declined.
Yeah.
It caused a lot of division, which they love division. So
There
I
was a
don't know.
lot of things in whether it be the right or the alternative news that was all blowing up at the same time.
Mhm.
Project Veritas being on that pile.
Yeah.
There was a lot of things that all of a sudden all just went click, click, click. It was just all at the same time. So it's all weird. Very weird.
Well, guys, yeah, a lot of good stuff, a lot of good topics tonight. So, with that, we're going to go ahead and close this show down. Thank you all for being a part of this broadcast. More to come. And, I'm going to definitely try to pop on more during the weekends because this is my free time. And so it's awesome to, get together with you on a Friday. If something else happens or whatever, you never know. We might go ahead and do another live stream this weekend. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So from all of us at the Scare Performance Channel, thank you all for being a part of this broadcast. We love you all. Take care and God bless.